All right, all right, all right. Let's see if I got this right. Let's try this again. I'm back. I'm back and I'm back and I'm back and I'm back. I don't got my water with me. Um anyway, sorry for the malfunction, the my apologies, I would say, for the disruption of the locker room. Had some internet issues, lagging issues. I don't know what that's about. I'm using Microsoft Edge browser, so I might switch over to the Google Chrome. Um, but let's try to see if we can get through this locker room talk this time. I'm gonna start over, but welcome everybody to this week's episode of Locker Room Talk. Buckles Locker, your host, Isaiah. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify all new videos that's posted on this channel. If you want to donate, donations are more than welcome. Super chat, cash apps, whatever. You know, I don't really too much care about that, but I do appreciate it. The supporting of the channel. My Pirates and Sea Bandits always down for me. Young Deezy, Mom for Christ. Yes, I was about to get into that. So let's dive back into Minicamp. Am I still lagging? I resetted my router. I reset my router, not resetted. I did reset my router. AT&T, come on, man. You got to do a better job, AT&T. We went through this before. I don't want to have to call y'all back out here and get a new router. You know what I'm saying? Do a better job, AT&T. I'm switching. I don't want to deal with Cox. So I'm around AT&T. They've been doing me good. So I got a lot of devices connected. But let's get back on this Minicamp discussion for this Friday. But yeah, so Minicamp has been going well. I talked about Todd Bowles. What up, Johnny? I talked about Todd Bowles and his demeanor with the media. It's a 180, 360. I would say 360 delivery. The team feels different. The Verizon expensive. My phone is T-Mobile service. It used to be Sprint. Shouts out to Sprint. Suncom. I was with Suncom, and then it went to Suncom was bought out by Sprint, and then Sprint was bought out by T-Mobile. So I've been with Suncom, Sprint for like 15 plus years. But talked about Todd Bowles, talking about the weather, talked about Tom Brady. What is his mission for this season? What is his expectations? Of course, to win the Super Bowl. But if we don't win the Super Bowl, yes, it will be disappointing, but it will not be the end all be all. And what's next for the Bucs? It's gonna be, unless we can get a guy close enough to Tom Brady skill set and skill level. Well, maybe we can go get Aaron Rodgers. Maybe can't get Russell Wilson. Can't get Deshaun Watson. Glad we ain't got Deshaun Watson. Because I remember a lot of y'all wanted Deshaun Watson. Look at the situation now with Cleveland. Aren't you glad that we don't have to deal with that Deshaun Watson headache? Because we would have had to give up some picks and some players. So it worked out for the Bucs that we did not get Deshaun Watson. Jason Garrett clap. So life after Tom Brady is coming, folks. It's approaching soon. Before you know it, it's going to be 2023 March. New offseason. Tom Brady announces retirement. Well, this is speculation. It's not guaranteed, but it's heading in that direction. And there might be some dark days ahead. So please, let's enjoy this 11, 12, maybe 13, but 11, 12 win season and a possible Super Bowl run, because it's going to be some dark days moving forward at the quarterback position, not the rest of the team, at the quarterback situation. So yeah, fast forward. Let's get to Logan Hall. I know that's the big conversation because He's playing the 3 technique and the 3-4, right? So, which I thought he'd be playing the 5 technique, but that's William Golson. So, Warren Sapp, Bucs legend, Ring of Honor, Hall of Famer, one of the best defensive tackles of all time, one of the best defensive linemen of all time, has been working with Logan Hall. He's not a fan of Vita Vea, and I understand why. He thinks he's lazy. He don't think he's 100% committed, and he doesn't rush the passer well. And Warren Sapp he's from Miami, so you can't tell me he just lying or he just saying whatever. Warren Sapp is as real as it get. Warren Sapp is a real dude. You know what I'm saying? You can't call him fake. You know, that dude, he tell it how it is. And he's not feeling Vita for obvious reasons. Weight, lack of pass rushing ability, lack of moves. And as you can see, he's not even working with Vita Vea. He's out there, but he's working with Logan Hall. You know, because as a young guy, as a good move by Todd Bowles to get Warren Sapp to the minicamp and stick him with Logan Hall. Warren Sapp didn't have to do it. He doesn't expect that was a good move by Todd Bowles to ask for that favor. And big ups to Warren Sapp getting with Logan Hall and teaching him some of the ins and outs. There was a video of Warren Sapp on the shed. He kind of had a couple moves there. He had a rip dip. He had a rip dip, you know, a dip rip. You know, he got around there. And he slapped around. He was like, I still got it. Let me see what I can do. So that was pretty cool to see Sapp out there working with Logan Hall, man. I'm excited. Logan Hall spoke about it. Logan Hall appreciates Warren Sapp's knowledge and advice. And I'm sure Logan Hall is going to take that to heart. He's going to take everything Sapp tells him and use it to his advantage, because Logan Hall has a high ceiling, folks. And I told y'all his ceiling. Richard Sherman. I mean, I'm not Richard Seymour. You know, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead. You know, that type of player. Young, rush the passer. Because if you go back and look at the comps that I gave him, those guys didn't start out right away as monsters, right? It took them a couple years to kind of get right. DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, you know, Richard Seymour. Took a couple years, you know, and once they got it, it was a wrap. It's hard to block block Eric Armstead. It's hard to block DeForest Buckner. When I name these guys, even the JJ Watt, they're long, they're tall, and they're lean. That's the pro comps as far as his ceiling. Now his floor, he doesn't have a low floor. His floor is average because he could be productive, because he can be better than William Golson, clearly, right? William Golson, 10-year vet. Shouts out to William Golson, but Logan Hall's ceiling is higher than William Golson. So let's keep that a stat, right? As long as he stay healthy, he can be the best Bucs D lineman drafted since Warren Sapp. He has all the physical tools. He just gotta get in that film room and you know, learn techniques, learn how to use that length. You know, he has really long wingspan, so he got to learn how to use that and get low. And Warren Sapp talking about that. He just got to stay low. Todd Bowles talked about it. You got to stay low at the pad level. You know what I'm saying? And if you go watch it back at his college tape, he'll get high sometimes and they'll ride him out to play. If he stay low and get a little stronger, you know, as far as that short area quickness, is strength, you know what I'm saying? Like be able to punch with his reach, punch, and he can hold. And if so, reading what Todd Bowles was saying, and even what Logan Hall was saying, that he gonna be able to 2-gap, because he's not a 1-gap guy. He's a 2-gap guy. Pick a side and go based on formation, the lineup of the formation, right? How things are structured. He'll have the ability to go in or out on a stunt, pick his spots, and utilize his athleticism, because you want him at the quarterback. You want him and Joe Tryon near the line of scrimmage at the quarterback. Now, Joe Tryon is way more athletic. So there will be some plays that Joe Tryon running with a running back or running with a tight end because he fast, right? We saw him chase down Taysom Hill, you know, and got him for a sack. So he has the ability to run with running backs on the swing routes or the wheel routes. He has the ability to line up on the outside and run with a tight end because we've seen Shaq Barrett do it. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of want Joe Tryon to do that too as well, and do that a lot more than Shaq Barrett, because we don't want to see William Golson and Logan Hall running with tight ends and running backs, right? Vita Vea, right? We want those guys at the line of scrimmage, rushing the quarterback, putting pressure, destroying game plans. But Joe Tryon has enough athleticism, and remember I told y'all this. If you go back and look at the last two, drafts, Joe Tryon and Logan Hall, too young, long. And the good thing about those two guys is they're not fat. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect, but they have the frames to maintain and get stronger. And like I said, Joe Tryon, he can be a Jadeveon Clowney. And I know that's a reach. I'm just saying, like, he's wiry. He's very wiry. He's very long. I think he's more wiry than Myles Garrett, if that makes sense, right? Because his frame, he's more slim, he's more leaner. Myles Garrett did fill out. Myles Garrett's a beast. Danielle Hunter, if that makes sense. Joe Tryon, Danielle Hunter. Yeah, Danielle Hunter from the Vikings pass rusher. He's slim. He's lanky. Can get to the quarterback. He has that lean frame. He's going to be hard to block. I'm expecting, just based on his rookie season, he had 4.5 sacks. I wouldn't be surprised he get about 8 to 12 in his second season. He started, so no JPP. So, and the only thing that was gonna kind of not say hurt Logan Hall, but in progress is the Bucs signed Hakeem Hicks. Shouts out to Hakeem Hicks. So they're gonna try to work Logan Hall in and get him more experience as the season. Now, I'm expecting as the season moves along, his snap count will go higher because you don't want to throw him into the fire. I don't think he's ready to be full-time starter, but a part-time starter, yes. Or getting a lot of snaps, yes. And as the season progresses and as he understands, what he's going against, grown men, then you increase his snap count. So the first couple games, don't get pissed off. Matter of fact, the first season, don't get pissed off, right? Because he's projection wise, he's a project, right? But he's a project, but has the ability to get on field. So don't get mad if he doesn't come out beasting. The last time we had a guy like that was Santana Dotson. He had 10 sacks his rookie season, I believe. And Tryon, and Logan Hall, we don't expect that from him. Now, if he goes to training camp and destroys, and then the expectation is going to get even higher. So Todd Bowles, Casey Rogers, Larry Foote, they're going to bring him on slow. Warren Sapp, and they're going to work with him because they know how important Joe Tryon and Logan Hall is to this defense. Young, energetic pass rushers. That's what the Bucs have been lacking for years. Not just since Tom Brady been here. The Bucs have been lacking young stud pass rushers. It took them forever to do this. I don't know why the Bucs didn't address this years ago, like pre-Brady, not post-Brady. I'm talking about pre-Brady, not after when Brady got. I'm talking about before Brady got here. I don't know why the Bucs was not drafting premium edge guys or guys on that in the trenches. I don't know why. I don't know why it took the Bucs until 2021 and 2022 to address the D-line with some good youthful players back-to-back drafts. Now, we did draft Noah Spence. Yeah, I know. Noah Spence did get drafted by the Bucs in the second round, but he didn't work out. But the other picks didn't work out either. We had Carl Nassib, Anthony Nelson, but it's just we just never had the explosiveness of young stud pass rushers. And when you look around the league, All these teams got them. I'm just talking about young guys. I'm talking about the young pass rushers that's productive. The Josh Allen from Jacksonville. You know, uh, the Jeffrey Simmons from Tennessee, Daniil Hunter. They got another guy in Minnesota that's pretty good too, young. Um, there's a lot of guys out there. Trey Hendrickson he drafted by the Saints, but play for the Bengals now. Who else they got? That's young and pretty good. Got your Myles Garrett's. I'm trying to think of some more names. Marcus Davenport when he's healthy. Trying to think of some more young studs like DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, guys. Guys that's young still. I can't think of them all. Leonard Williams, Quentin Williams, the Jets and the Giants. We need guys like that we can build around as they get getting into their primes. And Tryon and Logan Hall, Joey Bosa, TJ Watt. Yeah, there we go. Got a long way to go before they even get to their prime years, right? We got another 2 or 3 years, maybe about 3 years before Tryon and Logan Hall get in their prime, and we got to have those guys ready. And plus the contracts. Remember, Tryon got a 5th-year option. Logan Hall, he doesn't have a 5th-year option. It's only 4 years. So it's gonna be exciting to see Bud Dupree. I've been banging the table. I've been banging the table for the Bucs to get these type of guys for years, and a lot of it, a lot of our struggles on defense has a lot to do. Now I get it. Granted, the turnovers, Chris Jones Chris Jones in his prime. Yeah, you can count Chris Jones. But a lot of the issues that we've had with our defense, particularly the secondary, has a lot to do with not having young stud pass rushers. And the Bucs stayed away from that. Lovie Smith was a defensive coach. If he would have stayed around, maybe he would have went that route, went defensively and run heavy. But then Dort Cutter, D-O-R-K, took over, and he went offensively. And we put up numbers offensively, but the defense was horrible. Yeah, we had Greg Schiano, Gaines Adams, rest in peace. But Greg Schiano was a defensive coach, but we can stop the run, but we can't stop the pass. Go look at Greg Schiano defense. Then we have Raheem Morris, chest bumping, high flying, chest bumping. What was they called the Bucs, the young Bucs? Forgot that name they called him, but chest bumping, high flying Raheem Morris. Our defense was never really good for years. And I don't know why we just couldn't get that D line right for a long time. Like you look at the Steelers, another one, Ed Oliver, a Greg Russo. They got a guy in Seattle too. Yeah, Youngry. Yeah, that's what it was. Youngry. I couldn't remember the name. Youngry. Chest bump and high flying Raheem Morris. Chest bump. Like, sit down, man. Calm down. And the only head coach out there jumping around chest bumping. Youngry. That was so weak. It was cool while it lasted though. But like I said, having Logan Hall and Joe Tryon is a great breath of fresh air for the Bucs defense that they have been lacking. And like I said, we score a lot of points, but we do give up a lot of points and a lot of yards. Yeah, but we stopped the run. That shouldn't be the priority. Not saying it's not important, but stopping the run is great because you make a team one-dimensional. But when you make a team one-dimensional and you can't stop them, especially the high-flying teams, that's a red flag because you geared up to beat the bad teams, but you can't beat the good teams when it matters. Now, don't get me wrong, we did beat Brian Burns is another young stud pass rusher too. Brian Burns from Carolina, Kitty Cats. Getting to the quarterback is just as important as stopping the run. And the Bucs didn't emphasize that. and it hurt. And I know the focus was on turnovers by, former quarterback of ours. And even before him, Chris Sims, Mike Glennon, Chris Sims, Bruce Kukowski, uh, you know, Jeff Garcia, Sean King, so our history hasn't been great. So our defense since 2002 has been, but people like to overlook that because a lot of us, and unfortunately, a lot of us think that the only thing that mattered was right before Brady. We're not going to go back to the Lovie Smith and the Shiano and the Raheem Morris days. The only thing that mattered, the only thing that a lot of us focus on was the time frame with a particular player because of the turnovers. Chase Young's another one. Allen, was it uh, John Allen? John Allen, Deron Payne, the Washington Redskins D line, Josh Sweat. Yep, yep. Josh Sweat from the Eagles. Uh, what's the other D lineman for the Redskins? I'm not gonna say Commanders. I don't like that name. What's the other D line? Not Josh Sweat, but number 90. What's his name? He played for in college. He played in the SEC. Number 90. What's number 90 name on the Washington football team? Forgot his name. Uh he's pretty good too. But yeah, we just I'm just excited to see finally we got two young guys that we can build around, and I think we should get another one next year. To be honest with you. Montez Sweat. Yes. Montez Sweat. Yeah, there we go. He's good. See how young these guys are? So when you mention these teams around the league with these young stud pass rushers, you don't really mention the Bucs because the Bucs don't have that. We got Shaq Barrett. No, drafting guys and building them up. The Bucs have struggled with that. So drafting Joe Tryon, seeing his flashes and them getting Logan Hall, and I still say they should have got Perrion Winfrey or Travis Jones. They were sitting right there. That would have been. It wouldn't have mattered what the Bucs did if they would have picked Perrion Winfrey or Travis Jones. I would have been ecstatic. Two young linemen. So now they would have had three young guys we could have just developed and built around. But for whatever reason, the Bucs drafted Luke Gadecki. We'll see how that turns out. But the pass rush will help the pass defense, and the numbers should improve as the years move forward. I don't know how much they'll improve. I don't know how much they will improve this year, because it's almost like the Bucs pass defense, it is what it is for right now, because the pass rush still is not all the way there, because it's Tryon's second year, Logan Hall first year. Then we got William Golson, that's not a pass rusher, and then we got Vita Vea, that's kind of like every now and then he'll give you something. And then we got Hakeem Hicks at 32, that he'll be 33. Then we got Dietrich Sinat. Then we got Nuno's Nachos. These guys, you know what I'm saying? Then we got Anthony Nelson. Nobody really outside of, to be honest with you, outside of Shaq Barrett, Tryon, and Logan Hall. And Logan Hall is a question mark right now. So I think next year, and I know I'm foreshadowing, but we need another one or two. I think we need another one or two of those guys next year, to be honest with you. Because William Golson is year 10. He'll be year 11 next year. And Nacho, Nunez, Dietrich Sinat, Hakeem Hicks, they old. We get younger. You know what I'm saying? More pass rushers. Can't have enough. That's why we losing some of these games. Not enough. Not enough physicality. Not enough physicality in the trenches. But enough of me rambling along about the defense and the mini camp and all that in Logan Hall. I'm gonna bring some of you guys on, and y'all give me what y'all tell me what y'all think about what I talked about, and give me your thoughts on the mini camp. And also, now that mini camp is over, there's 7 weeks. There's 7 weeks in between, 7 weeks between mini camp and training camp. So some guys are out of shape, and I seen some pictures of Leonard Fournette about 240. No big deal, but got paid, and you 240 and some change. His playing weight at 228, 230. So Leonard Fournette, if you watch this video, man, somebody send it to him. I'm gonna need you to get in shape, baby. You from Louisiana? You from New Orleans, baby? St. Aug. I live in New Orleans. You got to get in shape, man. You got paid. You know what I'm saying? You got paid, and now you 240. I've seen the pictures, man. You better than that. You know. The link is in the chat room. Feel free to come into the locker room. It's Friday. Locker room is nothing but love. No matter what team you represent, the locker room is open for everybody for discussion. I love to see other teams come in from other fan bases and talk football with me, you know. And it's more and more starting to show up. So we had a Cowboy fan pop in here before, you know, some Saints fans being here. So it's pretty cool to dialogue with other fans. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. Right? Yeah. Leonard net. Leonard 240 net. Yeah. I'm just picking at you, Leonard Fournette. I'm just picking at you, man. Just picking at you. Tell me what you want. The chat. The link is in the chat room. Don't be afraid. For those of you that has never been in the locker room, just click on that link. I'll accept you in. Let's have a conversation. Grab your glass of water and some ice. Don't be nervous. It could be a bit intimidating, but so yeah, somebody mentioned Rachaad White. I hope he turns out pretty good. I'm not gonna judge him like I did Keyshawn Vaughn. I didn't like Keyshawn Vaughn pick, period. And I to be honest with you, I'm digging the Rachaad White pick better than the Keyshawn Vaughn pick. I think Rachaad White is going to take Keyshawn Vaughn's spot, in my personal opinion. I think Keyshawn Vaughn is just going to fall into the Jeremy McNichols situation, you know. And he was drafted higher than Jeremy McNichols. So we got Corey from Nashville, man. What's the deal, man?
What up? I had to turn my camera off because the front camera on my phone was cracked. Look, I should see. So it got that glare in it.
Yeah, it's sunny sunny in Nashville, huh?
Yeah, I didn't want to annoy you with that glare.
You good, man.
I like what you said though earlier, man, when you were talking about expectations, man. Like playoffs, of course, and then all you got to do is get to the dance. Typically is what happens. But you're right, man. Like, let's try to enjoy the ride, instead of putting pressure on us and the team. Because honestly, shoot, the Tampa Bay Lightning putting enough pressure on the Bucs. just to be honest. But no, man, because we win a Super Bowl his first year, great. But statistically and from a win standpoint, we had our best regular season in Tampa Bay history that second year. What 13 wins is a franchise record. We got the 2 seed. We did a lot of positives going forward, and we were at a point where we had some older guys that need to move on from the JPPs, the Sues, and I really like Dominic and Sue, man. But I just think the amount of money that it was going to require to bring him back, it's just we got Akeem Hicks, who I actually think is very serviceable if he can stay healthy. But I look for Joe. I think Joe's going to take a lot. Joe Charles is going to take a lot of snaps this year, like above 90% of the defensive snaps. I just think I think he showed enough against the run and the pass. Now, the thing against the pass, he did overshoot a lot. In the remember, he didn't play football for a full year. Because of COVID. So that's just he only had one move. He only had one move, speed rush, and the tackles in the NFL is when you're trying to get to the most important position on the field. I missed a little bit out because the show was lagging. But did you hear anything about Logan Hall?
Yeah, I talked about. I just talked about that. You must just caught the show. So yeah, I talked about that.
I was in there earlier, but it was lagging, so I had closed it back out and then reopened it. I
Yeah,
might have missed.
so now I started this new show or this new episode. I deleted the other one, but yeah, I did talk about Logan Hall. I spent a good time talking about him. So Warren Sapp has been working with him all through minicamp, which is a blessing for him and for the defense to have Warren Sapp
Yeah,
out there, the legend himself, out there. You know what I'm saying, and taking his time out of his free time and showing Logan Hall, hey, check this how you do hand placement, how you do the rip and dip, what I'm saying,
yeah,
out there on that sled, working with him one on ones, and shouts out to Todd Bowles for calling in that
right.
favor, you know what I'm saying, like uh
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Logan Hall, from a measurable standpoint, was is he a little more athletic than Warren Sapp was?
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, physically measurables, he's yeah, way more. Well, not I would say Warren Sapp was very athletic, but Warren Sapp was like
Yeah, he was.
6'1" and a half, 6'2",
Right, exactly.
300 pounds of pure quickness. You know what I'm saying? I think Warren Sapp might have been faster than Logan Hall. So,
Okay,
um,
all right, that makes sense. You know, them Florida boys on.
yeah, Warren Sapp was fast, man. Like so, but I'm really looking forward to what is Warren Sapp showing him, and as that relationship grow,
Right.
so and Warren Sapp is not a big fan of Vita anyway. So, and I understand
Nah,
why.
he's not. Yeah, I understand why too, man. But we're gonna. Oh, that rookie corner we got.
Oh,
What's his
McCullum.
name? Hey, listen. I, I'm not expecting big things, obviously, because he's a rookie and corner is a very difficult position in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm expecting certain things. Like, I'm really excited to watch him. Oddly enough, bro, on punt coverage. Like,
Oh,
because
Gunner,
as you grow
Gunner.
older and you watch the game, Gunner, yeah, man, as you grow older and watch the game of football, man, you realize there's so much games within the game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the Green Bay Packers could just if they could just do anything right on special teams, they probably would have went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I think they would have beat the Rams. I think they would have went to the Super Bowl in Lambeau. They would have played the Rams and they would have won. But geez, man, so many things are so important. Like I was so excited about. I've never been more excited about drafting a punter. Like I really like the dude from Georgia just because I watch a lot of SEC football being down here in Tennessee. Like, and he can really flip field position for us. And a team that is really good against the run, we average to me against the pass. Like our corners are not as fluid as I would like them to be, but a team that can play so well against the runs, you flip field position, man. We can get a lot of third and longs, third and mediums, and that can help us going forward. I'm really excited about that Zion kid, though, man. If his measurables could just if he could just be coached up, and if it's one thing, and I'm gonna let my man talk here, but if it's one thing our defensive staff has shown is that they can coach defensive backs. Um, Dean, for his lack of fluidity, he is usually in the right place at the right time. Like
Mm-hmm.
SMB, yeah, he was up and down, but he had a major injury, in my opinion, that really slowed his progression and probably cut into his confidence a little bit, like injuries tend to do. But he does. You don't go from having the Tampa Bay Buccaneer record and playoff interceptions to just being some guy. He showed his progression during that playoff run, that Super Bowl playoff run, and I thought that was pretty cool. He had a Tampa Bay record, 3 interceptions his first 3 playoff games. That was pretty dope. Um, and he made plays. I just think the coaching staff get a weapon like Zion, a 6'2", 4'3" corner that does not mind hitting. They're going to start him. He's going to be a gunner, so he's not scared to run down there. Like, you remember the years we had Russell Shepard and your boy, the corner that never, when he saw, we knew he shouldn't have been on the field. What's his name? But
Brandon
Russell Shepard,
Hargrave.
that guy, I remember, yeah, not Harger. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Not Harger. It's the other kid. He was fourth rounder. Um,
Um,
I can't remember his name. But Mike Smith's favorite corner for some reason. But yeah,
Altron
man.
Brown. You
But
talking about Altron? No, you talking about Brent Grimes?
no, not Brent Grimes. The other
Uh,
dude, he was on punt coverage,
MJ
and then
Stewart.
MJ Stewart?
no, not no, he's doing. I like MJ Stewart actually out of North Carolina. It was the other guy, man. He was on first. He was on punt coverage, and then he had to play a couple games,
He's
a
like the
few
fourth.
games actually.
He was a fourth rounder.
He was a fourth rounder, yeah, fourth or
What
fifth. Was it 2000 and what's this 22?
was
So it
it?
might have been 14 maybe or 13, 15.
I'm looking at
It
this
might
right
have been
now.
15. 15. What is
Let
it?
me
What
see.
is this dude? He's a bum. Oh my God, what was his name? He got
Ryan Smith.
way
Ryan
too much.
Smith. Ryan Smith. Ryan
Ryan
Smith.
Smith. Thank you. God, such a simple. I couldn't even remember that simple name. But yeah, Ryan Smith. Like how we
Mhm.
had
But
him
he go
gunning.
hard as a gunner though.
Man, he was a beast as a gunner, dude. He was a beast. Like I really appreciated him and Russell Shepard what they brought to our special teams. So I'm looking forward to this kid Zion. I really want to see what he's gonna do. I really he looked good technically, man. And for all the grades and the pre-draft things that they do, I don't believe in a lot of them, but some things I do believe in. And the kid had like his physical grade was like a 97, so he had a crazy grade. And I get it. Those are people checking measurables and this and that. But for an NFL team, when you need so many things to go right as an NFL team to win on Sundays and Thursdays or Mondays or even Saturdays, whenever they play, when you need so many things to go right, man, you'd be surprised at the pieces that you can put in there and they just do their job.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went on that soliloquy right there, man. My fault.
No, you fine. You fine. What you
Prime
got?
example would be Stiddy on that one, actually. I mean,
Yeah, Finney, the playoff run. We don't win the Super Bowl without Finney. We don't win the Super Bowl without him being able to step in and play the way he did.
yeah,
I
sure.
love I love those blue collar guys, man. I love them. They are the guys like those second day, third day draft guys, man. And I'm with you on Travis Jones and Winfrey, bro. Like I really, uh, but I mean, hopefully they saw something in his guard that just made him more important than add
Mhm.
to the D line. Like
Right.
maybe that was just maybe they had a second round grade on the kid and he dropped to the third, and they're like, we got to get him. Like similar to Logan Hall. And one quick thing, because I didn't get to touch on it because you're the only one that you're really the only podcast that's been going lately. Um, I need fans and people to relax on the safety that thought he was coming to Tampa.
Oh,
Lewis
oh, you're
Sign
talking
from
about the
Georgia.
Notre Dame guy.
Nah, Sign. We weren't getting Cal Hamilton. No, sir. He was going to go top. Yeah, he went where he was
It's
supposed to
my
go. But
son,
Lewis
Lewis.
Sign,
Lewis Sign
Lewis
for
Sign.
Georgia.
He talking about some Tampa promised
Mm,
him. But the problem is the way the draft board fell. The players that we had graded at a certain point, yes, we probably were going to take him if the draft board would have fell like people were anticipating. Malik Willis going in the first round. Other positions going. But once the board started falling, man, like y'all got to understand, these people got jobs to do. They try to get the most bang for their buck, and our buck was that first round pick. And we parlayed that first round pick to getting later picks in the draft. And if Zion McCullum turns into anything, that's one of those picks we were able to get. You know what I mean? So I need people to understand how draft day things work because these guys go into this with such naivety, man, and they want to be like, "Oh, Tampa's not a team or the organization of their word and stuff like." No, the way the board fell, why would I take this safety in the first round? That honestly, I had Logan Hall and him at the same round. I didn't expect certain players to be there. So yes, that's why Tampa did what they did, which was ingenious. I mean, why wouldn't you?
yeah, that too. But then if you also add the idea of like being able to trade for your drafts or like trade a player, for example, for a draft pick, I mean, you can maneuver your way through the draft, with those options. So if you have capital like that, then, that's why people criticize us as far as your argument. Does that make sense? Because, oh, we could trade up for that player, in other words, or we could trade down and, get more capital, whatnot.
Right. I totally agree with them trading down and going to snatch Logan Hall. Hey, Isaiah was on it the whole time though. I got to give him credit, man. He.
On
I think he
point.
got some inside sources he don't want to share.
Yeah, he on point. He was on point that day.
Nah, he was on it the whole time, bro. Like he made me
For
go watch
real.
Logan Hall film, and then by the time we got to our pick, and it was like he was like, "It's bored the way it's shaking out, man." And then they ended up trading back. He was like, "It's gonna be Logan Hall."
I knew it was going to get an old line, though. I call that one.
D line,
I
yeah.
just didn't know we were
You know
going to
what's
get
you know what's
I
so
knew
crazy.
the D line.
You know what's so
a
crazy. You know
Becky.
what's so crazy about that is even with the second round pick, Travis Jones and Previon Winfrey was on the board, so we could have.
Yeah.
I could have
Yeah.
been literally like boom boom like
Boom,
boom
boom, boom,
like
boom.
Hey,
I was
so
surprised we went guard.
I want to say
yes sir.
Yeah.
we might hit the draft when it comes to the differences between Devontae Wyatt and Logan Hall because apparently a lot of people wanted Devontae Wyatt. But if you look at the measurables, Logan Hall exceeds in every category, right?
Right.
So we hope Logan Hall doesn't turn out to be another William Ghostin because they are the same size. So let's just hope. Let's just hope. So if he's not William Ghostin and he's way better, we probably got the better draft.
Yeah.
Logan Hall over Wyatt.
And I
Somebody
just thought we
outside.
was gonna get Wyatt. I really thought we was gonna get Wyatt, and but I see why with the emergence of Vita, it's kind of hard. And they were speaking on Wyatt. He might have been a quick twitch, but he is small. He is small. He's like
And then
I think he
Hicks
was
at
6.
6'5".
Yeah, I think he was 6. I mean, Todd Bowles. Tampa Bay has a certain identity on the front seven. They like the size and the athleticism over that short guy. That's just how
Right.
they draft. I mean, even if well, before even Bowles, if you go back and look at Golson, or if you want to add, you look at Anthony Nelson, Gill, all these guys they brought in, they're like 6'4", 6'5" guys. You know what I
Tall
mean? That
dude.
are athletic. Yeah, they tall dudes. So he
I
has
can
a
see that.
blueprint that he wanted to draft, and I get it because Wyatt is like 6'1". You know what I'm saying? And the quick,
6'3".
the way he's quick, he's 6'3".
Yeah.
He's 6'3".
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
No, I thought he was 6'1".
Mm.
Devontae Wyatt. He was
No,
6'1".
he's 6'3".
Oh,
And
I only know
and
this
the
because I
way
was talking smack to my cousin who's a Packer fan.
oh okay. And
For real.
the way
I'm
quarterbacks
sorry.
get the ball out their hand fast, man, sometimes just getting that hand up there, them couple inches make a difference. So Logan
Yeah.
Hall being 6'6", man, running a 4.8. Like he's really he's really a freak. He's really a freak.
Yeah.
So if he
Freaking,
could
That's what I'm
play,
freaking
saying. Yeah.
yeah, he's really a freak,
And
man. He really
he
can
don't
cause
look
havoc.
like the statue with like extra weight in terms of like, like too much fat, but
Hold on,
like
hold on.
it's very slim. What's up?
Hold on. A 5150 clip said somebody mic got static. Can't hear.
I think it's you wish.
Yeah, I think it might you wish it might I think it's your mic a little something's going on with the static.
Is it my mic?
Hold on.
No, it's not you, John. You John. Every time you
I'm
wish
gonna
talk-
mute it and let me know.
Can you talk, John?
I'm here.
Yeah, so you good. Corey, you good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you
I
wish.
think,
Yeah.
yeah.
So John, so Devontae Wyatt height is 6'3".
Okay.
Oh,
6'3".
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
but
know
he-
that though.
I think another reason why he had kind of like people was kind of like when he dropped a little bit was he was already 24 years old.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Boom. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Oh.
That's what it
you're
was.
saying, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
24
Jordan
years
Davis
old.
is what, 25? How old is Jordan Davis?
Yep.
He's old too.
Exactly.
And see nowadays
I-
everybody trying. Sorry.
Yeah, man. You listen. And to me, it works similar like NFL and NBA, man. That's why them 4-year college guys, they kind of, because you think about players that hit their prime and
You
hit their
guys still
stride,
hear
and
that?
like, nah, it's better.
Okay, cool.
Those guys that hit their stride and hit their, man, they're usually about 22, 23, 24 when they get into their prime. If they're rookies and they're 24, 25 years old, you probably get them. Ooh, it's tough. It's tough. I'm not saying it's impossible based off what's around you, but it's tough to get those prime years that you're really trying to get to a dude that's going into the league at 24. It is tough. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Logan Hall is 22. So
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get it. He gonna hit his stride, dude. I mean, Watt's gonna be 26, 27 years old, and Paul's gonna be 24.
Oh, Devontae Wyatt is older? I did not know
Yeah,
that.
he's 24. I didn't realize, but that's what it
I
was. I
didn't
knew
know
it was something. I knew it was something about them Georgia D linemen. I knew it was something.
Not everyone's gonna excel. I mean, we'll have to see what what happens with Jordan and Wyatt.
But from a contractual standpoint, man, from a contractual standpoint, it was awesome getting Logan Hall in the second round, making those moves. It was just good work by Jason Light, man. I've been very, very, and I know we haven't seen these guys play a real down yet, but I've been very critical of Jason Light, man. And these last two drives, man, I've been very critical of him. I still ain't forgave him for Vita, and Vita's been really good, but.
Well, we drafted Vita Vea. I was a little perplexed. I was like, "What? Don't we?"
Man, I was hurt.
And then he turned out to
I was hurt.
be a position of need.
But Vita does his job. Vita Vea does his job. But man, when Derwin James is on that field, and he healthy, man. He different. He different. But you know,
So
you know,
y'all wanted Derrick James over Vita Vea?
all day. I mean, it wasn't even. I was getting ready to get a Derwin James jersey.
Yeah.
It was a wrap for me.
What if we
I was
had
sold.
the same injury casualties with Derrick
I was
James?
sold.
Like if
I was
everything would have
sold.
just happened,
Well,
y'all
no, I
still
get
would
it.
have
But
bought Derrick
with all
James?
the injuries, right? With all the injuries, Vita missed some games too. He missed a lot of games. I think Vita has. If we don't count the playoffs, I think Vita's only played 5 or 6 more games.
Oh, 5.
Or is it?
He was
It's like
only
five or
injured
six.
for one
It, it,
season.
it, it's not. It's not. He hasn't played that many more regular season games than Derwin. Derwin missed the whole season. Vita's been
Right.
hurt too.
But
and
Derrick James been hurt multiple seasons, whereas Vita only been hurt one season.
But that's what I'm saying. Even with his injuries, even with Derwin's injury, he's only missed. He's only missed about, I think it's 4 to 6 more games than
So
Vita.
Derwin James has played 36 games. He started 36 games, and then Vita has been games.
Got to be like 12, 13.
12, 13. Okay, maybe I could be wrong. It's okay. Real players mess up.
50. So he's played 14 more games than Derwin
14 more,
James.
and that's the ACL injury. That's the ACL injury.
That's a whole season right there.
Yeah, but Vita ain't never been no All Pro either.
I mean, we can make an argument on Vita
But I mean,
Vita Vea being an All
that's
Pro or
why I hate
not.
injuries.
The only
why I hate
reason why
injuries.
Vita Vea is not an All Pro is because one, Aaron Donald. Let's just scratch that surface. Ain't nobody replacing Aaron Donald in his position. Not even Vita Vea. But then who comes after? There's arguments with Chris Jones, right?
Got
There's
his jersey. Like
arguments, in
I'm
my
cool.
opinion, Vita Vea could be up there in the echelon. Maybe tier 2,
I'm-
borderline tier 2 or tier 1, in my opinion.
all I'm saying,
Hey, Oliver pretty good too, though.
well, I was talking about the draft place. I was just talking about draft day. Draft day, the better player was Derwin James, and he kind of proved that his rookie year by being an All Pro rookie. Like you can't beat that. That's all I'm saying. Now Vita has lived up to his draft position to me the last couple years. I think he's been the best at what he does. Maybe top 3 of what he does in my opinion. So I'm cool. I'm cool. But as at rookies, and for need of the team at the time, I was all in on Derwin. Now I'm not arguing about it. I'm not arguing about it now, obviously. But I'm just saying on that day, me in my bathroom, hunched over because we didn't take Derwin.
Was that the same year we drafted Jordan White?
You say like that, bro.
Yeah, it was the Whitehead draft.
Was it the same year?
And I liked Whitehead. I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, so I knew how good Jordan Whitehead was at Pitt.
Or did
I knew how good he
we
was.
draft that one dude from Texas?
Jordan White went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I've seen him play. I watched him play. I watched him play, dominate a Miami game before. Yeah, I watched him.
Who was that kid that we drafted from Texas A&M?
That never played, but that was before Vita. Justin Evans.
Yeah,
that was before Vita.
Justin Evans.
Oh, we drafted him before Vita?
Who?
Yeah. He
Something
went
Evans?
Justin Evans.
Justin Evans.
Edwin
Justin Evans.
He went
No,
second
it was the 2017 draft, I believe. That's when Justin Evans, the safety, he was a second round pick, I believe.
Yeah, second round. I liked him. He just couldn't stay healthy.
He's with the Saints.
He just signed with the Saints, right? He just went to the Saints.
He went to the Saints. So let me ask you. Let me switch gears. Let me get back on this. Let me get back on this mini camp. Leonard Fournette at 240. What's up?
I'm nervous.
Oh, homeboy is big, huh?
Yeah,
nervous.
He dropped that weight.
He on some Eddie Lacy. He on some Eddie Lacy stuff with that, man. He know better than that, man. You can't play with Tom Brady. You can't play with Tom Brady and come into mini camp. You can't. But in training camp, he might come back slimmer. But you can't do that play. Come on, man.
You're right. Yeah, he needs to slim up on that. He's like a fullback doing that.
He done got too comfortable, man.
240.
We can make an argument on that. I mean, players do
I didn't
gain
like
weight off season and then lose it. But then I don't know how much more he's gained. He don't look that much more bigger, but he does look bigger.
Yeah, he better be careful because Rashad White is for real.
For real.
Oh, did you see the
Rashad White
post
for real.
conference?
He's for real.
the post conference after practice about his comment of Rashad White that he heard that Rashad White was coming for the number one back position, and obviously he cherished that. He's like, you know what? That's the kind of attitude I like, and I'm gonna help him. That's what he said. Leonard Fournette.
Remember now, Leonard Fournette was salty. He was not getting the full carries with Ronald Jones. He was
Over
salty.
Rojo, yep. He was salty. He almost quit. Yeah, he almost asked for a trade.
He did have a little moment on that. Yeah, I agree.
You know, he had 2 games with healthy scratches, but he better be careful because that kid is for real. And you know these running backs coming, just like the wide receivers coming into the league, man. These running backs coming in with the same juice. They ain't scared of nobody.
And
They know they can catch, which has been a big problem with us. And he know he can one cut and hit this. Like Leonard he better be careful. Cause Todd Bowles ain't
and
that
to
type of
add
coach,
to
man.
that
He ain't
note,
gonna do them favors.
add to that note, Kyle Trask
Man.
interview highly complimented Rashad White. Highly complimented him. Like he was elusive. He was like natural, and he was good. Yeah, he was good.
Absolutely. Like I said, like remember
if you stay healthy.
the draft classes going back 2020, 2021, and 2022 moving forward. That's the future, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, we're gonna live and die by these guys. You know what I'm saying? As fans, we're gonna have to, we got to defend this because
I'm Bucs fan all the way.
being that we've honed in even closer on Jason Light's picks since 2016 and 50, that Roberto Aguayo situation and the Vernon Hart, like we've honed in even closer to his draft picks. Like, so every year moving forward, ever since that, like if you just like, we got the Super Bowl. So if you start from that Super Bowl year 2020, the impact players with Tristan Wirfs and Antoine Winfield Jr., that was like, okay, moving forward, we should get impactful players. So then 2021, we got the Kyle Trask. And it was like, yo,
what you doing?
What's going on here? Like,
but I think I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I got a question. What pick is worse? Kyle Trask pick? If he's
hold on. John had a question. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell y'all that I know why they picked him. They were trying to get a quarterback, prepare us after Tom Brady leaves. But but my thing is, we got Kyle Trask. I don't think he fits the part of what Tom Brady has, because he's supposed to be the developmental, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right. Well, remember now, Kyle Trask is a 2nd round pick, and Tom Brady was a 6th round pick.
True. Yeah.
So, there's a difference between, I guess, where they position as far as talent wise. And they say Kyle Trask would have been the #1 quarterback in this draft in 2022.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, they was looking for that lightning in a bottle, man. He had that, Joe Burrow had that season, that national championship season where he was astronomically great. And Kyle Trask, for everything that he was doing at Florida, was really good. But sometimes, man, I think they want quarterbacks to be good so quickly. Like, I just think he played with Kyle Pitts, man, and Kyle Pitts was just a man amongst boys. Like, in my opinion, I just think like it was really difficult to deal with Kyle Pitts that year when Kyle Trask was throwing the ball up there.
And
I like Kyle
and
Kadarius Toney. And you see how good Kadarius Toney is. Like, as a rookie, he seriously was an impact player for the. When he didn't play, you could tell the difference in that offense. But exactly. But I'm glad you brought up Kadarius Toney. Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly what you said. And it's just like sometimes we reach, man. 2nd round pick.
That was a reach.
That was a reach based off what we had and what we kind of needed in the 2nd round, because we knew at that point Brady was coming back for at least one more year. You know what I mean? So it was like there was no need to take a quarterback in the 2nd round. It's just it wasn't. And I got to go back and look at that 2nd round.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now.
So speaking of, which one's the worst pick? Us picking Kyle Trask, if in a scenario where he doesn't turn out to be a really good quarterback, or Jordan Love with the Packers in the 1st round?
Oh, Jordan Love was the worst pick.
Yeah, it was the worst pick in the 1st round.
The
value.
So if you look at the Sims, I mean, they're both almost in the same plane, right? Except for the idea that it's 1st round and 2nd round.
No, Kyle Trask is not even. He didn't even gain a spot on the depth chart. Dude, we're carrying 4 quarterbacks to training camp again.
No.
Like that is an indictment on Kyle Trask. That's an indictment.
But see,
That also
Clyde,
might be a biased decision, though. Go ahead.
Clyde Christensen came out and jumped the
Exactly.
gun. He jumped the gun talking about he will not be. And Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich corrected him really quick. Like, oh no, he's going to compete.
That's where the bias comes in. Yep.
He's going to compete for that second spot. He's going to compete. And if he shows up in camp and does what he need to do,
I'll be excited.
Because remember now, when it's close, you give it to the young guy.
Yeah, if Kyle Trask wins the backup job, then I won't call it a wasted pick because he's shown something. And we'll see. We'll see next month. We training camp is in a month. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll hear about it. We'll watch the videos. We'll see what's going on. Because at the end of the day, Brady's not gonna get that many training camp reps. He probably won't. He probably won't play that much in the preseason.
He's getting plenty of reps. Kyle Trask getting plenty.
Well, yeah, Kyle. Exactly. That's my point. Yeah, Kyle Trask is going to get a lot of reps. He's going to have an opportunity, and if he can go from 3-2 or 4-2, wherever he is right now, I think he's fourth, honestly. If he goes from 4-2, that tells me all I need to know. Yeah, that tells me a lot.
So going back to the picks. Now, Kyle Trask went in the second round. He was the last pick in the second round, right? Now, remember, this year the Bucs got an extra second round pick. So if you had to look at it, well, they got Kyle Trask in the second round in 2021. Well, if they wanted to, they could have traded up and drafted a couple guys that would have been impactful. Just saying, like they could have did that if they like this year. They traded back, got an extra second round pick. Like they didn't do that. Like that year with Kyle Trask, and it's like, and there was a couple guys they could have possibly traded up and grabbed on the D line or O line. But so I'll go back. I'll go down the list in the second round. These are the guys that win the second round. That if they wanted to, they probably could have traded up or whatever, or traded back, and got an extra second round pick like they did in 2022. So Tyson Campbell, a cornerback, which is up, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
I watched him play. And then you had Elijah Moore. He's better than Scotty Miller.
Yeah,
like for a slot guy. Javonte Williams. Clearly better than Keyshawn Vaughn.
Yeah. Javonte Williams would have been a starter on our team by the time we got to like week 10. He would have started.
Javon Holland, no disrespect to Mike Edwards, but Javon Holland's better than Mike Edwards.
Dang, you're right. He is down there in Miami. He is.
The safety, he was an impactful guy right away. Starter. Bam. Boom. Christian Baltimore.
Go to though.
Christian Baltimore. To the Patriots. Went to the Dolphins,
young D tackle. The Patriots got him, and he's showing up. You know what I'm saying? So Richie Grant, safety, better than Mike Edwards.
Yep.
Now, no offense, but Richie Grant, I watched him at UCF. You know what I'm saying? Just talent-wise. Mike Edwards is good, but he has a ceiling.
Well, Mike Edwards is boom or bust. That's my problem. He don't just make the football play. Like it needs to be a big splash play, or it's a big for us, or it's a big splash. And he did that. Dude, your defensive coordinator calls cover 2. Why are you jumping inside? You in safety, man. Like I'm talking about against the Rams, dude. It's 3rd and 20. Why are you jumping inside, man?
You got Asante Samuel Jr. better than Murphy Bunton.
Oh my goodness, there it is. I'm done. We're done. Yeah, we're done. That was it right there.
I'm not knocking Murphy Bunton, but Asante Samuel is clearly better.
And I think a lot
he would have been the second best corner on our roster, bro.
I think a lot of the decisions incorporated with the idea, though, that winning the championship, having that season,
No, I'm just saying, like
it overshadowed the position a little.
Right, I'm just giving you players that Kyle Trask in the second round versus if they could have maybe traded up, possibly. This is a what if hypotheticals, right? Yeah. Then you had what's the other guy? Rondale Moore. He's better than Scotty Miller in the slot. Rondale Moore. Something from Purdue. Pat.
I like your boy though. I think Darden is gonna have a breakout season.
Pat Femure, the tight end, the Pittsburgh tight end.
Nice. Yep.
He's better than Cameron Brate. Right.
Yeah. We wouldn't be clamoring for Gronk to come back.
Right. He was an impactful guy with Pittsburgh right away at the tight end position. These are players that I thought maybe possibly the Bucs could possibly trade up and possibly maybe get versus Cal. Cal.
I really thought we were going to get Asante Samuel just because he was there, and I don't know why we don't like FSU. we really don't like FSU for some reason. We don't get nobody from FSU, man. We did Dalvin wrong. I was just saying we be having a need for these spots, and they be right there in the state, and we just don't get them. It's so weird, man.
I mean, like I said, but the big thing about it is
But
the
see,
mini camp. The mini camp is going to tell, or the training camp in
Gonna tell
July,
a lot.
7 weeks
Yeah.
from now,
yeah, training
is
camp.
going to tell us like a lot of us really need to hone in on this. Not just
Yep.
because we
It's for the
already know
future.
who's starting pretty much. We already kind of
Yeah.
got an idea, but really like the development of Logan Hall and the development of Cal Trask. Those are really two standout
Hmm.
players that we really need to pay attention to. Like, I get it. They've got other guys like Luka Decky, stuff like that. McCullough, the cornerback, the fifth round guy. Yeah, I get that. Rashad
Cade
White.
Otten.
I get all that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the two guys I'm really gonna be like honed in on is Logan Hall and Cal Trask.
And Kyle Trask. Yep. Me too.
Yeah,
Yep. Me too.
same.
Because Logan Hall has to make a. I hate to put pressure on the kid, but he kind of has to make an impact.
Got to.
Like he can't. He
Well,
can't. It can't
I
be
would. The
developmental.
only reason
No,
I
no,
would
no, no,
counter
no. You know
argue
what? I'm gonna
that.
say that. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. Not. I wouldn't say don't use the word impact because he has a lot
He's
to
like
learn,
steady.
right? I would
He's
say
steady.
development throughout the year, like the first, like I'm gonna say the first half of the season. I don't expect Logan Hall to be like some type of monster. You know what I'm saying? Like
All right, that's fair.
I don't see him coming in.
Maybe
Yeah.
watching his development. You mean?
Yeah, like watch his
Yeah,
development.
watch his development. Yeah, that's fair.
As long as his snap count gets increased, like his snap
Yeah.
count goes up, because Akeem Hicks is there, so he's going to take some of that.
Exactly. I was just gonna
That's
bring that
fair.
up.
So
That's
it gives
fair.
him a chance to develop throughout the
Yeah,
season.
you
And I hate to say this, based on Hakeem Hicks' history the last couple of years, he's going to get hurt. He's
Yeah.
going to get hurt.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And I don't wish that on nobody. You just got to go off the what have you done for me lately? How have you looked lately? And
You know
he
what the
hasn't
best ability is in the NFL.
availability.
It's availability.
But the older
Availability.
you get in those trenches, the harder it is to come back from injury right away.
Right.
We've seen that already. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen that around the league. So when you get hurt as a 32-year-old,
JPP never recovered.
he's 30. Like Hakeem Hicks is 32, and he will be 33 this year as the season goes. So I don't expect him to be like this spring chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to get nicked up because playing in the trenches, you get cut block, you get nicked. It comes with the territory. Now, granted, if you can go 17 games and not be hurt, congratulations at 33 years old.
Different.
That's different. But it's hard to do that at that age. Because
even Aaron Donald was considering retirement because of the bang up.
Right.
But
Like
then he got this fat contract.
Man, I was hoping he left.
so you gotta look at it from that perspective with Hakeem Hicks.
too.
If it turns out to be a 50-50 situation with Logan Hall and Hakeem Hicks, that's great because it allowed Logan Hall to get on the field, and especially games that we're actually clearly winning. You throw him in there, get him some burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That'd
in preseason, you're gonna see him in preseason a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, because you're a rookie.
right.
I'm gonna end my part with this, man. I'm really excited about seeing Russell Gage with Mike Evans. I think Russell Gage, until Godwin comes back, and depending on what version of Godwin we even get, I don't know how his rehab is going. I'm really excited to see Russell. I thought that was a fantastic pickup because it was cheap, and he's a proven commodity. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it was cheaper than what these. What the receivers went for after him. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's a slot guy, so he's not a top. He's not a number one. The number ones are getting paid, of course.
Yeah, they're getting paid.
But he's better off as a 3. Like he's better.
Yeah, which is perfect for us. Which is perfect.
He's better.
Super underrated though.
Like he played. He played as a 1 and a 2 in Atlanta, but when you're the best player on the worst team, that's not. It's not saying a lot. So his best position is a 2 or 3, like wide receiver 2.
Antonio Brown spot.
Yeah, so he gonna do much better at that position than him being a 1 or a 2. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the way how we run our offense. Now he catches a lot of balls. Don't get me wrong, he catches a lot of balls. But when you go back and look at Atlanta, granted the team was bad around him, but it was like, okay, yeah, we see Russell Gage, but he wasn't on nobody's radar. Like if you didn't pay attention to Atlanta, he's not popping out and be like, oh, Russell Gage is a beast. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's been a steady player. So for us, that could be elevated because of Tom Brady.
And how old is he?
He is probably
26? 27?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Is that I remember him at LSU.
26. 26. So
26, yeah.
he's in his prime. So he got 3-4 solid years of played out. He's only here for what is a 2-year deal, right?
All
So
right, based off the schedule and everything, man, what y'all got over or under wins, man?
Over or under what?
Wins. I mean,
Over.
I got us at 12 wins based off the schedule.
Oh. So you mean like over under 10 wins?
now you see what you have to do when you do over unders. You have to give a number. You have to give a number.
I say 12, so over under. That's what I'm saying. I got them pushing at 12. So you got.
Okay.
I didn't say 12. My fault. So
Um,
I think our hard games are at home.
Me,
That's why I have us
I don't know about 13.
winning 12 games. Yeah, 13 and
well,
4.
after watching Mike Evans' press conference and about the teams that he's going up against, and his
And
response was
we had to split.
like his response made it seem like there was just like he didn't care. There was no challenge. I'm here to win no matter what. But that mentality, if that's the vibe, man, ain't no saying what they can do. It sounds like the ceilings could be really high. So I'm gonna have to at least say 12, 13 wins too.
And we'll 12. I know it's early to be talking about that, but I don't know when the next show is.
This is
Uh,
before any injuries, of course.
yeah, for sure. All things considered, and then
Yeah,
Godwin's
catch
back.
it.
Russell,
What about Devin White's progression as
Oh, that's a good
that's,
one.
that's very very
as
important.
That's a good one.
as a
Contract
linebacker?
year, contract year.
Contract. Yep.
That and I saw him talking about KJ Britt. That'll be good if he can take another step as a backup and a
If it,
special
if
team player.
He's pretty
And the
good on
other
special teams.
like I said, if everybody's
with the
healthy,
hair.
AJ
With the
Britt.
hair.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
KJ Britt.
no.
very good.
Stewart,
Grant Stewart. But those
Grant
are special
Stewart.
team guys. Those
And
are
then
like
Sam
Yeah,
Gill
it's
too,
special
right?
teams.
Yeah. I mean, they still need to take the steps forward to be even at good step.
Yeah.
Special team
well,
players.
let me ask you this: how many linebackers have you seen across the NFL? This is the last 5 years. 4th, 5th round, 6th round picks.
Well, the Green
Grant
Bay
Stewart.
Packers linebacker actually their backup later picks.
Devondre Campbell.
Okay, let's keep
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
I
Yeah,
Okay,
think
and I
that's
think there
it
was two
off the top of my
linebackers,
head.
as a matter of fact.
name
Off
some
the
more.
top of my head.
I need more.
Yeah, I think off the top of my
Damn,
head.
you wanted the answer I gave you when Isaiah. Now you want more.
I want more. Like,
Now I mean,
Uh,
one would be the exception. We need it takes 2 or 3 to be the
we
rule.
need a history of
I know,
data
right?
to we need a history of data to like say, oh yeah, that can happen. So the chances of Grant Stewart,
I'm not gonna get any candy.
it's not high. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? No disrespect, but
Mhm.
I'm just saying Aubrey, like the chances of him taking a step to become this.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know how much he's asking for, man, but I really like Anthony Barr as insurance, man. Like, cause I think our linebackers are they're kind of weak. We got
Is he
Devin
still
White
a
and
free agent?
Levante. Yeah, Anthony Barr, I think he's still out there. Yeah, he's still out there. Like, I think our linebackers would be but we gonna run a force. I think we're gonna play four safeties. We're gonna run a lot of nickel. So having 3 strong linebackers is not. I mean, and then a lot of our outside linebackers rush the passer in that 3-4.
Yeah,
So
he's still a free agent. He's only 30.
yeah, I like Anthony Barr. I think he can. He plays the pass
But
well.
the problem is, I'm glad you brought this up. I want everybody to understand this. We have about a little over $10 million. That's enough to sign the rookie class
Rookies.
and Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Well, if his draft keeps
That's what
going
we're saving
down,
it
we
for
could
then.
probably get him in a 1-year contract instead of insurance.
Anthony Barr is not going to take no
Veteran minimum.
Why not?
Not
And
He
he
not.
plays the edge, right? Mostly.
he can play the edge.
Nah, he can play the edge, but he's really good in pass.
And him having him on the team,
You would want him to
that's
play.
pretty. That's pretty.
I tell you
Big.
what, he's
I'll
better. He's
take
better
him
than
over.
the
What's his
old
name?
head. What's his name? You thinking the same person I'm thinking about?
Mentor.
Anthony
Mentor.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Kevin
But I
Miller.
like
that
Anthony
too.
Nelson for what he does. But
So,
Mentor, he's better than Mentor.
So Aubrey, let me ask you this, Aubrey. Let me ask you this, Aubrey.
What's up?
What do you think about our linebacking depth? Is it suitable enough to sustain injuries?
No, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. That's why I kind of brought it up, and also because White
Well,
brought
Levante Davis still hurt. I don't think he practiced at all.
White brought up KJ Britt when he was talking. If we, whatever we gonna take that for. That's why I brought him up. And I know, like you said, Levante David. I mean, he's getting a little older. Maybe slowing down.
Yeah,
He's clearly slowing down. He's clearly slowing down.
I
yeah,
mean, that
which
that
is
backup
natural.
linebacker, the backup left tackle. I mean, I know we give Highway 76 a hard time, but
So let me ask you this then. The overall depth for the Bucks, what do you grade that as?
Mm.
uh,
Because you hear the term that we're
I
stacked.
say,
So when people say stacked, I always look at the two deep. I don't look at just the one. I
yeah,
And
look
I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B minus on our depth
D minus,
because
I,
damn.
yeah,
you
A
said B
B
or
as in
C?
Oh,
boy,
B. Oh, I
B
thought
B
you
minus.
said D as in
And the
dog. I
only
was
reason
like,
why I say that
oh,
because Isaiah is
we
making a
need to
really
get
good point.
some
A
draft
really
picks.
good point on us being stacked. Like our starters are really good. They're really good in my opinion. There's multiple Pro Bowl caliber players, multiple guys that you have to game plan for, and that kind of loses itself to depth a little bit. But in certain positions, especially linebacker, if we get an injury, and it showed last year because Devin White didn't even play well because we had injuries at linebackers and he had to do other jobs. Um, and that's why I go B minus. Not quite a C because our starters are really good and a lot of them don't have a high injury history. Knock on wood. But B, I'll go B minus. B as in boy.
What about you, John? What do you think? I think he froze or something. All right, John, can you hear us? I think he froze up. Yeah, what you think? You wish?
If I have to look at it from a financial perspective and talent perspective,
Mm.
because I mean they go hand in hand at this point when you're thinking about depth. I'm gonna have to go with a B minus. I have to agree. B minus, C plus, high C plus at the borderline.
I was thinking about that too.
Only reason why, because again, money plays a role with the character of your team. Obviously, having certain amount of players, you can't have all the good ones, right?
Right.
So, but then yet, when it comes to receivers, pretty good. When it comes to secondary defensive back, pretty good, especially with the rookies coming in. Defensive lineman could be questionable, but obviously we got some extra depth with drafting Logan Hall. We still have other from other times we tried. I don't know. I say C plus, B minus in the echelon, so it's not too bad.
Right. That's about right about. I was thinking the same thing. Pretty much the same setup, like C plus, B minus up in there somewhere. But there, if you want to go like individual position breakdown, like far as depth wise, now we saw this with the receivers, sustaining injuries at the receiving core. Tyler Johnson and Scotty Miller, it was like it was a struggle there. It was like that was
Yeah.
not working. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So I
But we
mean,
added to the receiver depth though with Russell Gage, and I think Jalen Darden's going to take a step.
well, he got to. He better.
Are we talking about adding receivers 2 years ago or last year?
No, just overall, like last year, we saw the depth. People say like the Bucks receiving core was stacked, but then you saw those guys on the field when Godwin got hurt and AB wasn't there. It was like, well, where's this depth? Where's the stacked depth at? Like, where's what I'm saying? Like, where was it at? Like, oh, he stacked at the receivers. And then Godwin got hurt and AB left. It was like
It was time for them guys to step up, and they didn't.
they
And it kind
didn't.
of
They
hurt us in the
didn't.
playoffs
So,
too.
It was a struggle. Like it was painful to watch. Like no
I think it
was.
separation.
definitely hurt us in the playoffs for sure.
It was no separation. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was a struggle. Now I would say this though: Evans, Godwin, and Gage is just as good as any three in the league.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Let's be real.
yeah,
Now,
Now,
man.
granted,
So much
we
respect to Mike
know
Evans.
what's his name. Russell Gage ain't no Antonio Brown, but in
right?
position of
Just
availability,
just
way
three.
exceeds there.
Yeah. And
Attitude,
if
way
you look
exceeds
at
that.
and if you look at the three receiver sets around the league, yeah, there's a couple that's better than us, obviously, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the Bengals, we clearly that's not even close. You know, with Higgins and Chase and Boyd, that's
Yeah,
not even
that
close,
alone's already good.
right?
And they
So,
got a tight end too. Who
yeah,
did they pick up
but we
recently?
still, from from that
Come
perspective,
on.
we still up there though. You know what I'm saying? We still up there with Gage, Godwin, and Evans. Now healthy Godwin, of course, but we still up there as well, like top 10. So,
Actually,
but
number 2.
well, yeah, there you go. So after that, I think there's a drop off there. Like I gotta be honest, like
Yeah.
there's a drop off, man. Like it's like it's a struggle.
Are we really pushing
But it
Garwin to
ain't
be
that bad
ready
as the
for?
Packers.
Are we really pushing Garwin to be ready for
No, I
training
didn't.
camp?
I know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
I
think
don't think
so.
so.
But I heard somebody, I don't know which person said that he's actually way ahead of schedule.
That's what I'm
I don't.
saying.
I wouldn't.
And
This was
that's
from
and
a
that's why I
player
brought
too.
that up. That's why I brought
I
that
don't know
up.
which
I
player,
wouldn't.
but it was from a player.
Nah, I wouldn't even. I
Wasn't
wouldn't.
that Mike Evans that said that?
I'm not even gonna read into that.
I don't know.
I'm not even gonna give
Oh.
that. I'm not even gonna. I want that. I want him to be healthy all the way. I don't want to hear
Right?
this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I don't need
saying?
to play with that.
I'm not doing it. I'm not like I told y'all. I told y'all this back in March. I don't expect him to be there for week 1 or week 2.
I don't either. I don't even want him. I don't even want him that early, honestly.
Like the week
I don't
2,
even want him.
like we got the Saints week 2, and of course we need him, but I wouldn't put him back in that
I
game
don't,
either.
I don't even want him. No.
I mean, just keeping it
I don't
running.
even
Like
want him.
what a PUP for the first 6 games, at least
I'm
minimum.
cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Get him
Oh,
on the
and they
bench.
changed the rules too, putting
Right.
players in reserve. I think it's up to a minimum 6 games or 4. What was
Right.
it?
So yes, 4. I think it's 4. If you
4
go
games.
if you go IR as a minimal, you have to automatically miss
4
those
games.
Yeah, automatically. And then if you go PUP, I think it's 6.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
cool
Like
with that.
I'm if you look at the schedule, week 7, because our bye is late, so we can't use that bye as we got a bye and roll right on in 2 extra weeks and all that. Our bye is late, so if you want to bring him back, and you say, well, we'll bring him back in November. Well, our bye is week 10, week 11, somewhere up in there, like that, week 11, week 12. So
now, because of this new rule, we probably won't have them until after week 4.
that's what I'm saying. A minimal of the first couple games. Like I already can see that because I don't even think he's gonna play preseason.
If he's available the second week per se, right? We still can't get him back in because we have to put him on injured reserve.
Right. So
so no matter what, he's gone for 4 games.
Back to November.
There you go.
And I'm perfectly fine with it.
No matter what, 4 games.
That's
4 games.
But that's a huge blow to the offense, though. I gotta admit that.
I'm telling you, man, I think players are going to step up.
Who?
I think Russell Gage is going to be pretty good, man. I think Jalen Darden's going to be good.
Have you seen?
Gronk is coming back.
Jalen Darden can't even get right on the punt return.
Oh, I mean, not. I'm thinking about. I like Jalen Darden, but I'm thinking about Cyril.
You blow on Jalen. You blow on Jalen Darden's ankle. He's falling.
Let's not forget Grayson had that football hit his head and he got lost. I'll never forget that.
Cyrus Grayson, he could be a deep threat. And then you got Scotty Miller. You got to get better with his route.
And honestly, man, I think the offense is going to look different.
Got to get better
a little bit.
Scotty Miller got to get better with his routes combinations, man. He just, for whatever reason, he hasn't developed that yet. I don't know why. Clyde Christensen and Harold Godwin, the assistant offensive guys, why are they not working with Scotty Miller's route tree? Like,
because he always hurt.
Every time he in the game, it's like, oh, he can go route.
Remember, he
can't get off. He can't get off the press.
And
he's only vertical.
That too, and then once you injure your toe, you ain't never the same again.
And then the thing about Scotty Miller, what a lot of people don't understand is, I like Scotty too Hotty, right? But he's limited. You can't send him across the middle because he's too short. He's too little. Like it's think about this. The farther away the target is, the harder it is to hit. Think about that for a second. 5'9", 170 pounds running across the middle. The farther away the target is for any quarterback, the harder it is to complete the ball. And if you're small, you can't send him across the middle all the time.
Also, the difference too, man.
That's why they got to come up with the play package.
And our receivers this year versus last year,
Arbery.
They're going into the season. Those guys that we were expecting to step up, now they're going into the season knowing they have to step up.
This guy here, man. Look, hold on. This guy Arbery gives me the craziest looks, man. What is going on with you over here, man? Like,
no, man. I think the first game we're gonna really see what the play calling.
I think it's gonna be different.
Run. You're gonna be more run oriented. You think so?
Oh,
I think so.
that's my. When you was talking, I'm like, okay, what kind of players are they going to call for Scotty Miller? Are they going to send him over the middle? Are we going to test those boundaries now? Maybe Bruce was like, nah, he ain't good at that. Maybe Byron want to try some things out different. You know what I mean? So we really going to see what some of these guys are really made of. Was it really Bruce kind of holding them down? If he was hell bent on no risk it, no biscuit. Tom might have some more, even more leeway on how things really going to be played on Sundays. You see what I'm
So
saying?
you don't think Tom will have more control over the offense now, even more now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to see now. That's what I'm kind of getting at.
Checking out the passes. Check out the passes going to run.
We're going to see. Well, maybe you might be running more.
I think they're going to go hand to hand.
Yeah, so we're really going to see now. We're really going to see, and that's how we might maybe get a little more out.
But here's the thing though. Right away, the first 6 weeks, right away, we gonna be like, what the heck is going on here? Like right away, it's right into the fire. It ain't no sugarcoat games. It ain't no Miami Dolphins. Last year it ain't no Chicago Bears with Justin Fields or Jacoby Brissett. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no. Look at the defenses, man. Like it ain't no rinky dinky. Like it's right away, boom. Like, dang, wait a minute, hold up. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this. Hold up.
That's why we got to be able to run the ball.
But you know who said that? You know who said that? I forgot one of the players. They said, no, it was Jansen. No, it was somebody said the reason why it was Brake. Cameron Brake said some of the reasons that he believed that why we struggle against the Rams and the Saints is we don't run the ball enough. I was shocked that he said that. I was like, wow, Cameron Brake, really? I've been kind of pushing for the running game for a while here, but Cameron Brake was like, well, the reason why we're probably not running the ball or not winning those games, we lose the physical aspect when we play the Rams and the Saints because we want to be finesse against those teams. And you can't be finesse against powerful teams. We get beat up against powerful teams with powerful defense.
They can't block Aaron Donald.
I mean,
nobody can block that.
Nobody can block him. But I actually think I thought our interior over the last few years have blocked him pretty well.
Block who?
Aaron Donald.
Are we blocking well and just not running enough? Or
we blocked.
I think we don't run enough.
Good enough. We blocked him about as best as I've seen somebody block him. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but even if you block him, look at the impact that he has for his other guys.
Well, because Von Miller killed us.
They the one killing us. You want to focus on Aaron Donald, but everybody else killing us.
Von Miller killed us in that playoff game, bro. He killed us.
In the second half, it was like, what are we doing?
Playing without.
But we started off that game with so much 3 and outs, but we weren't running the ball at all. We don't never try to slow the game down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Look at our first couple of weeks. These teams are physical. Like, they're physical. Like, I want the Bucs to be a little bit more power punchers. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Be more. And we gonna punch you back. Because we get hit.
Hey, any of y'all going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going.
My dog.
That's
my dog. I gotta go to Heinz Field.
Yeah.
So that's my man. He didn't quite finish his statement. I mean, that's a good question as well. Dada, he was saying, do we not run block well, or do we not run the ball enough?
See, this is the thing. Remember that one of my hashtags. What does your eyes tell you?
Yeah.
Versus the analytics.
Right.
Analytics say the Bucs can be a good running team, but it's not enough plays there to really why y'all not running more?
That depends on the command of Tom Brady, my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always going to have my argument on that. Tom Brady is commanding the offense in terms of I'm an audible out of this. My opinion. But I see why.
I don't know if it's Tom Brady.
I think Byron and BA too cute. He had 5 wide receivers. We gonna throw the ball or whatever. Like, no, I don't need to throw to the tight end because that's what the wide receivers are here for. Blah blah blah. Like, run the ball. Like,
I'm just saying, man. It's like at some of these games, and I say against really good team, like really good defenses, we just gonna have to line up and just punch them, man. Like, I'm just saying, man. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying that we got to run the ball 50 times a game, but Damn,
They
like
gotta
come
feel
on,
it.
man.
They gotta feel it.
Key moments.
Because that Rams playoff game, we actually started off running. Not, I mean, it wasn't like we was popping 20 yards of carry, but Leonard Fournette looked okay that game, especially early.
He tap
And
danced a
then
lot though. He tap danced a
and
lot.
then that man, I told you, you better start playing, man. Rashad White is for real, dude. I'm not here for real. Don't be surprised if that kid win the backup job.
He does make people miss, man. Like,
man, he makes
highlights.
he runs like Le'Veon Bell, man. He runs like Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I've actually thought about that. Le'Veon
look at the
Bell
tape. Yeah,
has a closest
he's better than Keyshawn
similarity
Bond.
to the style.
He better than Keyshawn Bond.
Oh, dude. Oh, he light.
Yeah,
He's better than Keyshawn Bond.
6'2". He look like Le'Veon Bell, man.
I think he's gonna be the backup. I think he's gonna be the backup. Personally, in my opinion. But look, so I'm gonna give y'all the first several weeks of the season, and when I say these teams, I think about these teams, and just look at it from like us running the ball against these teams. Okay, so we got Dallas week 1.
We can run on them.
New Orleans week 2. We got Green
That's
Bay
hard.
week 3.
We could
Kansas
Need
City
to run on
week
Green Bay.
4. Atlanta, that's a gimme. That's a gimme game. Atlanta's week 5, right? And Pittsburgh week 6.
Hey man, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie.
We can run on Dallas. Saints
So
is gonna be tough to run on.
Half of them teams we can run on.
But are we gonna?
I think we could. I think we could run. I think we could run on all of them. Cause I think I answer my own question. I just think we don't run the ball enough.
There you go.
Cause I like Rojo, and when I see Rojo in the game when he's filling in for Lenny, and it's like, damn, he hitting this hole. Cause even though he wasn't our feature back the year before Super Bowl, it's like, yo, he had a 4, damn near 5 yard per carry average.
Yeah,
almost hit 1,000 and missed like
Carolina
4.
Panthers. Remember, he had it for like what 98, 99 yards.
90.
Or like 99.
Yeah.
Okay.
99.
That increased
Well, how much
like
yards?
crazy.
How much? Look at he had 800, 900 something yards, and I don't even think he hit 150, 200 carries for the season.
Yeah,
but it's just Bruce Arians never really bought into Ronald Jones. He never really bought into him.
Well, you know why? It's because he was no help in pass block. So if he was in the game,
but we not talking about that. We talking about like, hey, bro.
No. I was just talking about Rojo in general. The problem in the game, he made us one dimensional. If he was in the game, you knew he was running because
he made a lot of mistakes.
That's
Remember
cool
how he
though,
fumbled so many times?
But if you a defense or an offensive dude, it don't really matter. It's like, yo, I'm gonna run the ball, and I don't care if you drop an 8 in the box, 7 in the box.
I like that. Yeah.
If you do football 1-on-1, and it's like, okay, say you running a shotgun scheme, say you have a single back, you do numbers. You have your 5 O linemen, you have your 1 back, and your quarterback. That's 7. That's 7 players that you got to account for. So if a team is running a 4-2-5, 3-4, whatever, you do numbers. Like, okay, defensive wise, I'm gonna take my front 4 and 2 linebackers or 3. I'm gonna take my 7 against your 6. Because Tom Brady ain't running. We don't have to account for him. Mm-hmm. And let's see who wins. I can have 2 safeties deep. Number wise, just numbers on numbers. Like, hey, if you have 7 or 8 in the box, I'm gonna take my lineman, my running back, and maybe a tight end against what you have on defense, and I'm still gonna be effective running the ball. Like, it don't really matter. Now, I think we can actually do that with our line. It's just that Tom Brady, like, hey, we gonna throw this ball the next 7 plays. And then when it's not working, Tom Brady looking mad. It's quick 3 and outs. I think that's what hurt us in the Rams game, like quick 3 and outs. It's like, dang, you go to the bathroom and take a piss and come back and they're punting the ball.
Yeah, it was like that though. I ain't gonna lie, it was like that.
I'm saying, you go to the bathroom, you go get a cup of ice and come back to the TV, and they're punting the ball. Time of possession on the drive like 40 seconds.
But the problem is the offensive scheme, even though it was adjusted more toned down version, a watered down version of No Risky No Biscuit, it still was throwing the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was still like too much. Like, look at the games that we lost.
That's too much.
Like, why are we throwing the ball 45 times and we lose by 3 or 4? Like, if we could have pounded the ball a bit more, softened them up a little bit, get the play action. Like, we trying to run play action. Is it really fooling people?
It's really not.
Really?
I think with Todd Bowles is
But
the X
if we
factor in
put in
that situation.
perspective, if we actually did run the ball that many times, can we actually put Leonard Fournette in that position of run the ball that many times? Can we all
Yeah.
see that he has the
I think we
capability to do
can.
that?
I
Leonard,
I
I
think
think
we
when you
can.
watch Lenny, he gets
I
off in
think
that
we
fourth
can.
quarter. He usually
Mm-hmm.
breaks in the fourth quarter.
Well, that would
You
be
always see
because
a
you're not
highlight.
utilizing him that much in the first 3 quarters.
Right.
I would like to see. I would like to see the Bucs every now and then maybe go with an H-back set up with a guy in front of Fournette.
Is that
They're better. They done drafted these two
the
tight ends.
Yeah, the other tight end.
Right,
They
K. Ivy
better.
and the other guy. Why not? Why
They
not run an
better.
H-back with a tight end in front of Fournette in certain downs, like third and short,
I agree.
second and short. He can
I
break
think we
through the
had
road.
some plays like that when we put Gronk, what's it,
OJ.
Cameron, and OJ all in the same package.
Yeah, but
We did that a couple times. I think it's just like the
sprinkles.
It's like having
schematic,
a
I guess.
fullback. It's like just having a fullback.
I think Fournette probably running a lot better with the guy in front of him because he can kind of counter off his movement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember, Fournette is a power back. He's not a finesse back. And the Bucs turned him into a finesse back. He's a high volume carry guy. He's not a 10, 15 carry guy. That's not his game. Because he'll give you 15 carries for like 40 yards. That's not enough.
But we can also, I mean, even though he's a 15, 20 carry guy, but we're not accounting for the amount of work he does in the passing.
Right. I'm saying, like, he's more, to me, based on what I've seen his career, he's just more effective the more he runs the ball, not catches the ball. But they like I said,
I'm not gonna make that an excuse.
They
I'm not gonna
converted
make
him.
that an excuse for him because
They
he even said
converted
it.
him to
He
a-
said high
a
school,
finish.
LSU, Jacksonville, he was always the guy. He didn't have to come off the field, and he prided
Yeah,
himself on being the guy.
but they
And when
beat
he
him up
comes
though.
off the field, he make him feel away. So if
Yeah,
he
this
want
is
to
a
do
very
that, if he want
touchy
to earn his money,
topic, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's important because you got to think about it. Like, and then there's another stretch. Like, I don't know if y'all paid attention, and I know I think you mentioned 13 wins, which there's another stretch
that's a lot.
in October, right before Halloween. I'm gonna give y'all this stretch. And I want y'all to think about our running attack against these teams. Baltimore, Rams again, Rams, Seattle, then a bye. Cleveland, New Orleans, San Francisco, Cincinnati, Arizona.
Yeah, more than half of that we could run.
That's not enough. We don't need just half. We need all that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, we just can't minimize our running game. Like, yeah, just run the ball out of 17 games. Just run the ball like 7 games out of the 17. No.
But
if you look at it as a general perspective, like let's just say if you're planning generally, and I know these teams don't plan until week by week.
Be more balanced. And the point I'm making is be more balanced.
yes.
Stop being stop with the 70-30 passing crap because it's not going to work. I'm telling y'all, it's not going to work this year, man. It's not going to work. Look at the
I don't
schedule.
know if Tom likes that, man. He
Lenny
was
needs-
really that kind
Yeah,
of
but
image.
man,
That's
we
cool.
can't. Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
we can't
Don't
build
be running the ball that night.
We got to
Not gonna
do whatever it take to win.
Right.
That's all
Because
right.
in New England, they ran the ball 45 times one week, and then the next week throw the ball. Like, why can't we do that?
I say
New
that.
England was winning. They was winning with that formula.
It was almost like they had to run because of weather conditions.
but I'm saying, but they were hybrid. They was hybrid. They was like 1 week, the game plan per week, not the same game plan every week. Same game plan every week. They were 1 weekend. Okay, who we playing? Okay, we're not gonna throw
Josh
the ball.
McDaniels.
But
Josh
we don't have to
McDaniels.
get Brady no more yards, do we?
Hmm?
Brady ain't fighting for no
Nah.
more because of no more yards.
No.
So man, we need to be balanced. I think we need to be balanced, man. Brady,
Yeah, because he ain't winning another MVP.
No, wait a minute.
Brady ain't got
Wait a minute. Hold on. He could be doing this because the franchise record is 121 touchdowns. He needs 39 to beat that.
Oh well, hell, shoot. Well,
That's a
He trying
damn
to break
shame
our
if he
record.
beat that. If he
in
beat
the
that
span
in
of 3 years.
3 years.
Crap.
That is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
retarded.
That is crazy.
That's how bad
gonna
our
have to retire his
quarterback's
number.
history is.
no, we don't, because he ain't a real Buck.
Nah, if he break that
Brett.
record,
They
if he
might.
break that
Oh,
record,
man,
we gonna have
Brett.
to retire. We gonna have to retire the number.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know he ain't a
I
true
respect
bug, but
Brady.
he definitely a
I love
bug.
him. Don't get it wrong.
Hey,
I
he
like
got
He ain't gotta. He ain't
got
gotta
bruised.
be no true buck.
Hey,
Yeah,
He
he
ain't got to
do.
be no true bud.
Sure, like, yeah, he do.
hey, hold
Look,
up.
look,
Hey,
Right,
look.
gentlemen, gentlemen. Look,
Brent
please,
wants somebody
look,
born in
hold up,
Tampa, raised in
hold up,
Tampa,
hold up, gentlemen.
played in the University of Tampa, and played
Remember,
for the Bucs.
I want y'all to remember this too. Like, please, gentlemen, please understand this. He will retire and be looked at as a patriot. Please
That's
I
understand.
have
right.
no argument, no kind of
That's
argument on
fine.
that.
That's
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 absolutely
cool.
fine.
I want y'all to make sure y'all
But
understand that.
Everybody, I mean,
I'm gonna
that's just
retire
a
his
very
number
obvious
because he
thing.
came in here 3 years and broke this record. Like, hey, salute to you. You got us a Super Bowl.
He did one
Credit
thing
And
is
he
right.
broke
credit's
our
due.
records, man. He a Buck, man.
Man,
He
yeah,
did
you
one
want to
thing right.
sell
He
tickets
got
and
He
get
Bruce
was
a
in the
over.
ring
He got Bruce
of
up out of
fame,
there.
bro.
That's all I care about.
That's okay. That's just like saying, all right, he kicked out Bruce Arians.
Yes, that's
He got
fine.
him demoted, but Bruce Arians gonna be in a Ring of Honor after 3 years.
No,
Why we
Yeah,
can't
no,
I'll
retire
tell
Tom
you.
Brady
no.
number?
That's
Look,
You,
true.
look,
you
That's
don't
the
see
argument,
Brad
right?
Johnson up there, do you?
hold up. This what is the standard for Ring of Honor? Because like, are we really
Breaking
reaching it?
franchise records.
Like,
Nah,
I'm just saying,
but
like,
our franchise suck. That's the only
If
thing. We've
Bruce
been
can get
bad
in
Breaking
for
the
that
Ring of
franchise
long.
Honor in
record,
3 years,
Isaiah.
we could retire Tom Brady's number
oh no,
Yeah,
I'm
because
good.
they
if he
kind of
break
go
this
hand in hand.
passing record.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, that means we gonna throw the ball all the time. But that mean it ain't no season. Man, we gonna throw the ball all the time. Man.
I think he might go for it. I think he might go for it.
Oh,
Oh man, flag
I don't think
route,
so. He gonna try to win. He gonna try to win.
short
He
route,
ain't trying
curl
to get.
route. He'll do it all.
He ain't trying to
nah, I
get hit
He'll
love
like
my.
tuck
that.
it in himself.
It's a different O line too. So
You know,
I
and
think
I
they're
don't
gonna
know.
and look,
retire
we're
him
gonna
though.
I want to transition to that with the mini camp and the training camp coming up. Are we really gonna focus on this left guard situation?
I will definitely
I
will
will too.
because
It's
that's
a big
definitely.
drop off. That's a
Big
big
It's
drop off.
drop off from Ali Marpet. It's a big drop off.
Now,
I think that's actually more highlighted than Logan Hall's position because you can alternate Logan Hall and Akeem Hicks, right?
mhm.
Whereas
Right.
on the left tackle, you really can't alternate with nobody else. Who's going to put in that? Stinny? And it's
That's a
usually
big.
like when you're playing it as an offensive guard, there's no switch on that. You're just playing that throughout the whole game.
That's big shoes to fill. And before
Right.
Yes,
Tristan Wirfs got
man.
there, Ali Marpet was our best lineman, hands down, without a
He,
question.
he sure was.
That's a
But
big.
there
That's
is
a
I'm gonna
big
actually
be
an
move.
looking at the
argument
other way.
talking about the other center guard or Central Michigan guard. What was it? Perriman?
Luke. You got Robert Hainsley. You got Luca Decky, and you got Aaron Stinney, and then you got what's the other guy?
Shaq Mason.
No, I'm talking about for the left
Oh,
guard.
You talk about number 60?
Yeah. What's the lead? Not lead.
Everett. Everett.
Wells? Is he
Josh
still
Everett.
there?
No. Everett.
Hey man,
Oh,
what
he's
y'all
gone.
think about Haney, man? Because I liked it when we picked it Haney because I kind of watched him at you know what I'm saying, man, when he was in college.
At Notre Dame.
Yeah, man. I
He
just
was a
really
third round pick,
bro.
and he's been there 2 years now.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
They
I
must
thought
look at. I think they look
I
at him
think
as
he
a
just
backup
can't. He
center.
can't beat out. He can't either. He can't beat Ryan Jensen or Brady. Is like nah. Like
well, hell, put him in
Well,
deep
there's a
because
tackle.
reason
really
why
you
we
come there like you
resigned
got to take that center
Jensen.
position.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
But I'm
you
just
can't
saying
beat
though
him out.
I'm
If
telling y'all
Jensen was replaceable, we would have never extended the contract.
now look at this now. Now when you look at the O line, and I know people say well right and left guard are pretty much the same guy. Not so fast, my friend, because the type of quarterback you have, left guard is his blind spot. If you look at it from the backside, if you're looking at Tom Brady's back, that's his left side. So Donovan Smith and Aaron Stinney, Hainsley, or Luca Decky got to it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
All
Luka
I'm going to
Decker
say
might
is,
I'm not.
be.
of course, it's
I'm
too
not gonna
early to
trip.
say, but Jensen
That
did speak
left
highly of
side,
Luka
boy.
Decky.
It's going to be a problem.
I'm not gonna trip. I have faith. I have faith in the offensive line staff because remember that first year when Kappa was a starter and we was like, ooh,
Kappa was
and
average.
he developed. But his first year when he started starting, he wasn't average. He was straight doo doo.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, well, we there's a 50-50 chance that it's going to happen at the left guard situation.
Well, maybe we could put him in. He could take on number 56 spot.
Because either Brady
That's the
trusts
answer. Then play.
Brady can trust, and Donovan Smith can trust Ali
Hey, I
Marpet.
don't like Nacho.
They can
Man,
trust.
Nacho is
No.
trash.
Wait.
Man,
Let's
that's
stay. No.
accidental.
Let's stay on the
That's
left
the
guard.
accidental.
Let's stay on the O line.
He make plays
Brady,
on accident. But go ahead.
Brady can trust Ali Marpet. he could trust Ali Marpet. Donovan Smith can trust Ali Marpet. But now you got Aaron Stinney for a full season, and you got Robert Hainsley, and you got Luka Decky, who like that's young guys at a key position.
Give me Luka Decky. I'll take Luke up over Stinney, man. Give me Luke.
Why?
I ain't gonna take him off. I ain't gonna take him off
Why?
rip because he
just
D1. He's Central Michigan. He ain't see nothing. He ain't really see nothing.
Well, he has. What you mean? He played
you
against
watched-
LSU. Have you seen the highlights with LSU?
That's one game.
Oh, he did. That's one game. He had some
But, I
good
mean,
tape, but it's like,
granted, the conference itself, you're not going to play all SEC games. But
who did Marpet play
when the
against?
time was there, he took advantage.
Who did Marpet play up against in college?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
He was what, Division III? Division
Yeah,
II?
that's
but
what I'm saying.
Marpet was good at left guard. He started at right guard.
Well,
Then he
Hansel,
went to center.
but look,
and then he
Hansel
went
was
to
the
left
same
guard.
way, though. But Hansel was the same old way when he was in college.
He said glass eater.
Hey, I will say, if you got it, you got it. You don't, you just don't, man.
Yeah, for real.
That's just it sometimes.
I think Donovan Smith will have some 76 games. No Ali Marpet.
Hey man, Donovan Smith sucked.
No Ali Marpet.
He gonna get that old man killed out there.
He a lie. Donovan Smith a liar. He a liability sometimes.
He's not bad.
I feel more comfortable. He not. I feel more comfortable if he was like as good as a run blocker that Tristan Wirfs is.
Look, let me say
at least that
that's because we got
counterbalance.
PTSD with Donovan Smith.
I do. So
man, I watched that man get people.
No, when he messes up, it's bad and it's blatant.
And it's not just that. It's not just that. It's key moments in the game. Like damn, like why now? Like
when you be like, damn, Donovan.
Like why now?
Like
why did you step on the quarterback foot? Why did you hit the quarterback arm when he about to pass the ball and he fumbled? You know what I'm saying? Like,
or somebody, or you been eating all game.
Why you getting bulldog? Why you getting bull rush to the back of the quarterback lap linebacker?
Or you let that little spin move do you like that, and it's always like a sack on like third down. It's crucial.
I don't know like I can see him. Goddamn.
I watch him get this.
Ali Marpet, Donovan Smith and Ali Marpet played together since 2015. So they had the communication, the trust, it was all, and the continuity was there because Donovan Smith knew I got Ali Marpet, all pro bowl left guard right next to me, so I can, if I slip, Ali Marpet got the awareness to come over and clean that up. But we're talking about young guys now that ain't got the experience like that at that level. So it's gonna be a problem, folks. I'm just saying, there's gonna be some games. I'm gonna have to say 76. I can say it right now.
I think we just.
It's always been like that.
Thanks.
We need to just run the ball more. That's what I think. Just run the football more. Once we get a lead, just kill the clock.
He's a good run blocker too. Which is crazy. Like he's pretty decent at run blocking. Like Donovan Smith, he can run block pretty good. Like
we put him in that position of like that top 5 left tackle that regardless he could be on an island. No, we put him in that position.
Who?
Like play wise, the Bucs. He's always on an island. He's always been on an island by himself. So when he messes up, you always see like, damn, you let that man do you like that.
But look at Tristan Wirfs though, man. Look how Tristan Wirfs played. Now I would move him to the left side and move Donovan to the right side.
I've been saying that.
I would move him.
Isaiah's been saying that since he got drafted. But it's like, how you know it's gonna work though?
I know it's gonna work.
Yeah, he'll be better off over there.
I know it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
What you say, Brent?
Man, that dude be getting killed.
He make me so nervous.
He like to go help the quarterback.
Hey, all right, question.
But you know what though?
Who's better at pass protection? Donovan Smith or Dotson?
Donovan Smith. Dotson was trash, man.
No, actually,
pass protection.
No, actually, wait,
pass protection.
No, wait a minute. Now, hold on. No, let me get y'all straight on this. The last 2 or 3 seasons, Dotson's kind of dropped off, but it was there was about a 2-year span that he was like a top right tackle.
Remember the Seahawks game? We could have won the game. Winston had ran that 20-yard touchdown, and Donovan Smith. Dotson. Man, I was glad when they got rid of that dude though.
People don't
He
realize how
wasn't.
bad. People don't realize that combination, the O line we had, it was a bad combination. Like I tell people that it's not. It wasn't great, man. Like it was not good.
But I just think we should have just ran the football more, though. I think we just should have
Nah,
just ran
that
more.
O line we had was trash. We had that center from the Falcons.
Yeah, it was not
That
good, man.
that was RV and stuff. It it was
But
bad.
remember that wasn't the focus though. That was not the focus. That was not the narrative. The narrative was
James Winston,
turnovers.
So
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we might have answered our own question, guys. I mean, the left side, to protect the left side, what do? You run the ball.
Yeah,
Well,
run it.
You're right. Your right side of your O line is typically the run blocking side.
Right.
Left side is more pass protection.
And the problem with Donovan Smith is when he plays average pass rushers, he looks great. He looks like a damn Hall of Famer. But the minute he go against elite pass rushers, man, the dude just don't look good.
But quarterbacks like Brady, though, I'm starting to look at that Sean Payton idea, though, about the interior line, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Sean Payton say that the interior line is more important than them outsides.
Especially a quarterback that don't move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to look at that, man.
The Saints O line is just they drafted good O line. Ramczyk, Armstead, they all
been first and second rounders.
Yeah, they were good. Thing, and then they always protected Breeze because he's so short. They drafted good on their O line, so it was fine in that department.
The subject, man. What we gonna do about Nacho, dog?
Why don't you like Nacho?
Hey,
that was the question. That was the question I wanted to ask because I was listening to y'all when y'all started when I was at work. Who's coming off the field on the D line?
Huh?
Who's coming off the field?
Nacho.
No, like the starters. Because I thought Logan Hall was gonna be the 5 technique, or they said the 3 technique, and then you got Hicks. And it's like if you watch Hicks, like he's a problem. Like he could rush the passer.
But Logan Hall, man, he have to prove something to me because, like I say, man,
he's a role player, man. He's a role player, man. He's not a starter.
Yeah, Brian, you so cold, man. We need some depth.
Yeah, man,
yeah. Well,
I mean, what you mean? Like,
because I wouldn't run the Travis Jones did.
He said he sucked.
He's a role player, man. Like, what you doing? He's a role player.
Okay, but who's the better pass rusher, Vita Vea or Akeem Hicks? Who's the better pass rusher? See, that's why I asked you who's coming off the field.
No, they're gonna
rotate. Off the show.
They're gonna rotate.
Nacho,
Akeem Hicks,
you watch the tape,
and Logan Hall. They're all gonna rotate.
Who tape?
Akeem Hicks tape. If you watch his tape, his pass rush is better than Vita Vea.
Man, dude got to stay healthy though. He got to stay healthy. That's the only thing about it. Mm-hmm. He got to stay healthy. But like I said about the Logan Hall dude, I'm rooting for him, bro. I am. But I'm just saying, being out here and talking to Cougars fans, I never got that buzz from him like I did from myself. He don't.
Hey, that don't matter. Sap say he's good, man. We ain't worried about the Cougar fans. You ready? Sap say he's good, man.
Sap talking all that. Sap don't like Vita, but
why is that? Let's talk about that. Like, why does Sap like? Why is he not connected with Vita Vea? What's going on with?
Maybe the maturity level.
He too heavy.
Yeah,
I think
Vita Vea does act a little clumsy and
he feel that. I think he feel that.
Man, he's fat.
I think Sap put him in a category like he a 3 technique.
God, no, just say what he is. He's fat. He's fat. Man is fat.
Bro, you so cold, man.
Boy, God damn.
Hey, who? I bet Sap would have loved to play with a dude like Vita, because who Sap played with? Booker and Chris Hogan.
Booker McFarland was nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Booker McFarland was nice, but okay.
If
you got Sap at the 3 technique, and you got Vita Vea beating up all them blocks.
6'5", 6'6" too. He was huge.
Big dude.
Yeah, but
Sap getting all the one-on-one.
As a matter of fact, now that you bring that up, this combo, Akeem Hicks and Vita Vea is almost similar to Warren Sapp as far as stature and measurables. It's almost
No,
very
not
similar
stature.
to Vita Vea and McFarland.
Not stature.
Measurables, Brent. Measurables. Not talent.
4'1", 500 pounds.
Not talent. Measurables, Brent.
I know that. Man.
So somebody.
Vita Vea,
So does Vita really care about rushing the passer though?
He better. What you paying for?
Man, he be pounding
If that's the case,
mofos.
you paid him as a D tackle that can rush the passer and not come off the field.
Because they pay him a lot.
Like a no. He play like a nose tackle.
I think he need to get down to 320.
Is Vita Vea a top 5 or a top 10?
What?
In weight,
At his position,
In his
nose tackle.
position.
And nose tackle, yeah. Nose tackle, yeah.
Top 5 or top 10?
Nose tackle, yeah.
he top 10 though. I give him top 10.
Yeah, nose
Top 10.
I
tackle.
like Vita Vea, man.
Yes, nose tackle.
Yeah, I give him top 10.
What's your
He
take
really-
on that, Isaiah? Top 10 or top 5?
I say yeah, as a nose tackle.
Would you ain't say what's top 5 or top 10?
Yeah.
It was the top 10. I mean, what are you trying to get with that? I don't get it.
He
I
was
mean,
trying to
he's
see if you was
42,
saying top 5
top
or
10,
top
pounds. I
10.
mean,
As a nose tackle,
As a nose
NT.
tackle. As a nose tackle, he's top 10, not top
He
5.
top 5.
Well, yeah,
Top
top 5.
no,
Top
I give him top 10, man.
Nose tackle.
Because
I
he
give him
don't play
top
enough.
5.
Top 5.
Yeah, nose tackle. I give him that. Top
No,
5 is nose tackle.
The nose tackle position for what the nose has to do, I give him top 5.
Yeah,
He's
nose
supposed
tackle.
to eat up
I give him
blocks.
top
That's what he's
5.
supposed to do.
But we
He's
talking
supposed to
about
free up the
when you
line
start
block.
adding in defense, hell no. I ain't giving you that.
Not
Yeah.
even a top 10?
No. When you add D tackles, no.
I'll give him 10 that
Man.
knows though. I'll give him 10. But see, he don't play enough, so man, we really don't know. So
I ain't
what you
giving him
give
that.
Roaches? Top 5 or top 10?
What the heck? Man, you bugging.
Hey, bro, he top 50.
Top 50? Shoot, you gotta go lower. Now, man, he a good height
He's
man.
so cold, bro.
Man, he a good height man, though. He
So,
was-
question:
line.
if we would have draft Travis Jones, he would have took
Man,
Nacho.
Travis Jones, dog. That's
He would
who
have
I-
took snaps from Nacho.
Yeah, quickly.
Travis
Real quick.
Jones, man. And I always say
You
that.
mute-
that
you
pick
mute,
there
Dada.
gonna hurt us. That pick gonna hurt us, man. We're not getting it.
You know, I'm gonna go back on Vita though. Vita's like right outside the top 10 when you add D tackles. Like he's right
He
outside.
top 5. He top 5 nose tackle.
No, I said when you add D tackles.
Yeah.
Oh,
And wait.
He's
Go
right
ahead.
out. He's right outside. He's right outside the top 10 when you add D tackles. You know what I'm saying? When you start
I'm
adding those
trying to-
other guys that can rush the passer, he falls.
Yeah, he do.
That's just the bottom line. I think that's why Sapp probably look at him like, you ain't giving me no sacks, bro.
yeah, that's all he looking at, rushing the passer.
But that's what you got. Well,
I love
But
Sapp.
that's
bro.
because
I love Sapp.
Warren Sapp was a defensive tackle. He wasn't a nose tackle.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like Sapp looking at
he
it
was
from
a
a.
defensive tackle.
I think Sapp want to see more from Vita. I think we haven't seen enough.
He probably see the potential in him.
Mm-hmm.
But he got
Sapp black and white. Sapp say you rush the passer, and on your way to rushing the passer, you stop the run. So if you just stopping the run, like what you doing?
And-
Like
So let me ask you
And
this. Then.
Sapp should know this. Vita Vea is not a very elusive,
Well, yes,
like
he is,
him.
because he played running back.
Not as
he's a,
He
Well, I
did
mean,
play
sure.
running
he's
back.
athletic.
He was
But
the
everybody
best
play running back
of
if you're
all
a star.
time, but he
Yeah.
played.
Let me ask you this question. So, what's Vita's playing weight? What's his playing weight should be this
That he
season?
should be down 330.
You better
to be
get to
honest with you.
330.
Yeah.
330.
If he
That's
got
still
330, he
big.
got way more speed.
325. I'd say
I'm gonna
about
say 320.
325.
I'm gonna say 320.
320?
He
Damn,
gotta
that's a
be
lot of
on the
weight.
move, man. He already strong.
He's strong. He's strong. He's
He's
strong too.
strong
So
in the
30
mud.
pounds? You want him to lose 30 pounds? Damn.
He needs to get more elusive. Get to the quarterback. He's paying you a lot of money.
But
He
won't
should
be
be
able to
getting
eat
there
up
whatever
tackles
weight.
anymore.
He should have been getting there last year.
What about bringing back Gerald McCoy?
Kiss
Oh,
my
man.
kiss my negative. You probably read that same article I read talking about he's in Tampa. They should take a look. I read that article.
I did.
Sit down.
Why, man?
Sit down.
You just a
He's my-
I'm sorry.
I'll bring back
Man,
back
I'm
Sue
sorry,
before I
man.
bring Jerry McCoy.
Matter of fact, let me ask you this: is Gerald McCoy ring of honor?
No,
Man, he too soft though.
Did he
That
break a
dude-
lot of franchise record?
no.
Man
Nah, that
played
dude
against
sucked, man.
trash. That man
Yeah.
was
Y'all treat that man like he was
But
trash.
he was good,
Well,
though.
he
I
wasn't
wouldn't
that
call him
bad.
no,
trash.
he was
First couple
not.
Wait a
seasons,
minute,
he
man.
was
I
not
don't
bad
He
at
want to
was
all.
hang
not.
on him
There was
because
a there
you
was
know
a
the
three
book.
there was a 3 year where it's like, oh, you get 9 sacks, 9 sacks, 9 sacks. Like, hey, bruh, go down. There's like a 2-3 year window where it's like, yo, I think Isaiah talked about it. Show me a game where he had a sack in the last 5 minutes of a game.
Oh, shoot.
Oh
He
man.
did it
Show
in
me or let
college
me know if you remember one.
Yeah,
Wait,
against
so
And if
Cleveland.
he had disappeared in the second half.
so y'all saying impactful plays? You don't have enough of those.
you got
Nah,
impactful
you
sacks,
know.
no. If you
But
get a
when
sack on
he
first down,
started,
that don't
though,
mean you up there.
I think I
Did he get a
man, I
lot of
ain't gonna lie,
pressures
I'll
though?
bring him back because Sue ain't coming back. So I think I
Pressure
probably would
don't
have
mean
brought him
nothing.
back.
And Sue still
Pressures
has more
absolutely
career sacks
mean
than him.
something. Data, you
So
Okay,
got to
y'all
know
y'all
Not with
that.
really
not with Jared
so y'all
McCoy.
really saying that he don't belong in the ring of honor?
No.
God
Data,
dang.
pressures
I
absolutely
gonna
mean
throw him in
something.
there
If you
because
got to
he's
make
nice.
the quarterback move a certain way out of pocket, especially, that's because of pressure.
Because
Did
he's nice.
Simeon Rice make the ring of honor yet?
He
Because he's
should.
Yeah,
supposed
oh
to be my
yeah,
he Hall of Fame to
I
me.
think.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
all of
Sammy
fame
Rice is
too.
in there. No, or
He's in
unless
I'm
there.
I'm
I'm I'm
thinking
about I'm about to look right now.
unless I'm thinking of the
But let
other
me
one.
ask you this though. Jerry McCoy
Leroy, never mind.
or
Leroy's in there. I
Nacho?
don't think Sammy Rice is in there.
Hell yeah, Leroy.
Jerry McCoy or Nacho?
Cut it out, man.
What's up with you and
Jerry
Nacho,
McCoy or
man?
Nacho?
I'm gonna
Brent.
take Nacho
Are
because
you
Oh no, Dad, don't do
Jerry
this.
McCoy gonna
man?
get
Hey,
hurt.
Brent.
That's your
Hey,
call?
Brent is a troll, man.
No,
I'm gonna take Nacho. Jerry McCoy gonna get hurt. Jerry
man,
McCoy don't
Nacho
split
gonna
no
be
double
blown up
teams,
again.
and Jerry
And then
McCoy
when he
can't
make
play
a
in the
tackle,
3-4.
hold
He
up, but
cannot
look.
play in the 3-4.
Hey, but look here. When Nacho, when he get blown off the line of scrimmage, and then he'll make a tackle.
He said
Now, man, he
nachos
be
and
crunk.
Jerry McCoy.
He be
Golly.
crunk, but dude, I'll take Jerry McCollum over Nacho any day, though.
Okay,
And I
thank
think
you.
you like his,
Thank you.
and you
When
know,
the last time
big
Jerry
respect
McCoy
to the
played
man
again?
mom.
Dad, are you cold, man?
Big
Nah.
respect to the man moms, though. You know, because
That trench work, Jerry McCoy ain't getting it done in that trench work. You could cut Nacho today and be like, hey, we gonna call you if Vita get hurt. So
well,
be
hell,
ready.
I tell you
So
what,
he don't have to be on the team.
we'll put you down there. About
No, I
Nah.
mean 3-time
Dada,
All Pro.
Dada, did Nacho ever make it to the Pro Bowl?
I'm just saying
did
3-time
he ever
No.
All.
get a
Hold
sack?
on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
No.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
He
hold on.
did get a sack last year.
Wait.
Oh,
Hold
good
up,
Lord,
gentlemen,
bro, you
gentlemen,
so cold.
gentlemen, gentlemen.
He
Time
got
out, time
Isaiah
out,
got a stat. What's up, Isaiah? What's the stat?
time out, gentlemen. Y'all really gonna sit here and say a 3-time Pro Bowler? I mean,
6 times.
a 6-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All Pro don't belong in all ring honor.
I told you I'll throw him in them just
Dada,
because
we
he's
already
hit
know
right
his vote. I'm gonna say yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
You
fuck
can
with
put him there.
Let's be
Because he
real.
was drafted number 3, but I'm not putting him there before Simeon Rice.
Come on.
Nah,
Oh,
I
all
wouldn't put him
right.
there before
That's a
Rice, though.
disrespect if you
No,
don't put
that's not.
Sammy
That's
Rice
not. But
before
that wasn't the
Jerry
question though.
McCoy.
That wasn't the question.
I fuck with you.
That's not the question. The question is, does he belong in it? I don't care when he get in.
He
Does he
belong
belong?
in there, though. He belong, man.
Hey, he
But he's
do. He do.
just, man, when you see him and that big smile, you like, he be on the field smiling. Like, man, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
Hey,
all
do
he
man.
that.
did. Coming to
He's
training
a
camp in
gentleman,
some
bro.
in
He
a
is
in a
all about
Japanese
Jesus Christ,
robe
bro.
and doing
Yeah,
something every
man.
year before training camp. I'm
All
like,
right.
bruh, what's that
What
gonna
about
do on
So
the field?
is it
what if
Dominic
he?
Sue and Dominic Sue belong in the ring honor?
No,
No.
No.
he
Oh
ain't
no,
been the
no,
Buck
All
no.
too
right
long.
then. All right
Maybe
He
then.
for
ain't been the Buck
Detroit.
long enough.
But he
So
brought
was it?
Sue
I got a
Sue
question.
brought what McCoy was lacking.
You
Man,
So
can
look,
make an
he ain't
argument
been
on
the Buck
that.
long enough.
if Jerry McCoy had like somebody who was more of a assertive type of player, like a OG type of dude,
He belong in the
we
ring honor.
No.
Period.
no. What
He
I'm saying,
belong
He
there.
was good. He
He's
was
we
good
bringing
in a
guy.
honor, but
position.
he's bringing honor cool. But I'm not making no excuse because he carried himself as if he was the leader of the team and this and that. But it's like, dude, you're not even dominant. Like
Man, he was just too
all them
happy.
He ain't
all
no
them
But
dominant.
sacks and all no everything about McCoy was that first step, boy, that first step, woo, that first
That
step.
is
Wow.
As soon as a guard put his hand on him, he out to play. Like, bruh,
Wow.
what's
Dada,
that,
there was
man?
he
a
out to
point in
play.
He just
time when
happy,
he was
man.
present. There's just that one moment that defined what Jerry McCoy was to you, and it was not
With
good. And we just don't know
Big
what it
Ben,
is.
Big
but
Ben,
it was not good. And ever since then,
Let's
it's
talk
not
Nah,
sports.
like for
Big
him.
Ben. When they
he
threw that
average.
flag on him,
He give you
I'm
six.
sorry,
He give you
man.
6 to 9 sacks. He give you 6 to 9 sacks every year. But your whole defensive line averaged 20 sacks.
Our
Like
defense
man,
was horrible,
he
man. We
he
Nah,
only
I'm
had
wasn't.
saying,
He
Levante
wasn't.
David and Jerry
who did
McCoy.
he play with? Who did Jeremy?
He
Michael
played.
Bennett.
Hold up,
He played with
Michael
Michael
Bennett.
Bennett,
How many
and
years?
Michael Bennett
How
balled
many?
out
How
that
many
one
years?
year.
1 year.
But we
Okay,
No,
all
had
right.
probably like two
Graciano.
After
years.
that, 2
But
years.
we had Graciano saying
They
that
ain't
ain't
never
my
bring
guy.
the man back.
I
You got
want my guy. I want my guy. That ain't my guy. He destroyed our defense, man. He killed our defense.
All right, so look, so the Bucks career sack leaders: Simeon Warren Sapp 77, Simeon Rice 69 and a half, Gerald McCoy 54 and a half.
Yeah,
When
see,
he
And
he
that's
get
up
and
that
there.
that's
preseason,
and that was how many years McCoy
That's
was with us?
throughout
Eight,
Tampa history.
9 years.
nine
Oh,
years.
Mm-hmm.
he deserved to
Nine
be there
years.
now, man.
He's
He
yeah,
getting
he
there,
deserved
man.
because,
deserved it.
He's
dude,
getting
man,
there,
them
bro.
defenses, man, they was horrible, man.
That's from a D tackle,
We
man.
need to
Come on,
sign
man.
him for a 1-day contract, and then we can retire his jersey.
He going in the ring of honor, whether you like it or not.
I think he deserved to
He can
go,
go.
though.
He can
I
go in the
think
ring
he
of
deserved
honor.
to go.
But that was
I'm gonna
that's the
take.
point. That, that was the
I'm gonna
but
take
that was the
Sue over
question.
McCoy any day.
But that was the question. It wasn't about all this other stuff. That was the question. Ring of honor
And we
question.
had a really sorry defense.
He
Holy
he
man.
cool. Thumbs
that's
up.
what I'm saying.
Please.
Ring of honor.
That's what
You
I'm
ain't never
saying.
seen the playoffs. You in the ring of honor. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I
he
mean,
only
you
one
Individual.
got to look
guy.
at it as a whole, man. A
Nah,
He
whole,
only
not
individually,
just.
his stats back him up. Like, yeah, you ring of honor. You was drafted right after the Sue, and you got a couple sacks. Yeah,
That's the purpose. That's the reason why
you
for
ain't make no.
the Ring of
You
Honor.
you
It's the
But look who
individual
he
I
had
remember
around him,
stats.
though, too, though.
I remember the Monday night game when we played Pittsburgh and he sacked
Nah,
Ben Roethlisberger
I'm
and he's
sorry,
like, "Oh,
Ben.
my bad, Ben.
I'm
Go
sorry,
sit
Ben.
your ass."
Ben, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry, Ben. He
like,
sent
bruh.
Ben flowers,
Oh,
man.
that's because
And
the
that's
new rules changed. Remember?
Yeah, but all he had to do was shut up and just keep going. The man probably wouldn't even do the play. All he had to do was shut up and keep going.
Did we
I
get a
don't even
flag
think he
for
got.
that?
I
I
don't
do
even think he
remember
got
that
called
moment.
for
I don't remember if we
a
got a
roughing the
flag for
passer.
that.
I don't think he got. I
You
don't
got
think
a
he got.
flag
I don't
for it.
think he got on call for.
Do y'all realize
He
the Bucks
did.
defense
I
was?
don't think
Yeah,
so.
do y'all
He
realize the
got a
Bucks
flag
defense was?
for it.
Hold on, do y'all realize what the Bucks defense was trash outside of
I
McCoy?
already know that. I've been saying that several times.
They're like, let's not act
Yeah.
like y'all act like
The
because
Bucks,
of McCoy.
yeah, the Bucks
Damn.
I
defense was
think he was
trash.
great.
We had that white boy playing safety that his career ended that
Chris
same
Conte.
game,
Say,
Chris
let me tell you
Conte.
something.
But still, you
When the
coming
Bucks
in here
still?
like, yo, you finna be the next sap, this and that, blah blah blah. You wasn't dominant at your position.
Man, hey, but look here. If he taking on 4 or 5 blocks,
Oh, nah,
he,
man.
he ain't gonna be dominant.
Nah, I'll take Akeem Hicks over McCoy.
I'm gone, man.
I'll take Akeem Hicks over McCoy.
Never in the history of niggerdom
Let me
have I
ask y'all
heard
this then.
so much disrespect.
Let me ask you
I'm
this
taking
then.
Hicks.
McCoy.
Oh my gosh,
Let me ask you
this
this
dude
then.
is wilding. I'm about to mute him, man.
EJ,
Oh my
EJ Bigger,
god.
He's serious. He
EJ
dead serious.
Bigger is the reason
EJ
why I
Biggers
hate the number
was trash.
31.
EJ
31
Biggers
to
was
this day.
trash. But I
Hey,
salute him because he's from Dade County.
say, man, to this day, my
He
little
top.
boy, he played
Hey,
football.
Dada, he top 5.
31, he cannot have that. I told him, hey, that number there is burned, it's canceled. Number 31. Man, I used to be at my old man house watching them games. Man, I used to be about to cry, man, because this dude here, man. And then he
We
EJ
had
Biggers.
remember we had EJ Biggers and that other corner that Shiano brought in here that was like undrafted. Dang, what was his name?
probably bigger.
Dang.
Did he have big teeth and braids? 2 big teeth.
No, he looked just like
dog.
I forgot his name, but those are our two corners right there. And they was always doing that cover 3 trail technique, and it's like, yo, Gerald McCoy was there in the prime of his career, and we was the number 1 run stopping team, and still had no pass rush.
But Gerald McCoy was, man, he was blocking 3 people. They was blocking him because he had to worry
Nah,
about nobody else.
Roy Miller was playing that tilted nose technique and freeing Gerald McCoy up one-on-one with a guard, and he give you 9 sacks and make a Pro Bowl.
Oh man.
Well, you a
Say,
tough,
man.
you a
Hey,
tough customer.
all right, hey, give me this. I'm gonna
He
look
a
up the stats.
Oklahoma legend,
I
damn.
wanna see. He got like what you say. He got like 60, 70 sacks. I want to see on what downs the breakdown on first, second, third,
Oh,
and
well, man,
second,
they was
first,
in,
second, and third down.
they
Next,
was
Those
right.
alive in
sacks
the
were.
first quarter.
Next topic. We're
They
gonna
was
move
alive
on
in
from
the
this.
first quarter, though.
Gotta put some
Next,
respect on the court a little
next,
bit.
next topic. So
Kyle Trask.
let's talk about no, hell no, I don't want to talk. No, we done enough of that.
Go
That's enough.
ahead.
That's enough. Next topic. So going into the training camp, what is the expectations? Because we kind of know what we already got going into training camp. So
that's a good
what is the
question.
expectations? What is the expectations here?
As far as like
I
Super
think
Bowl,
that leads into your question of how do we grade our depth? Because Vontae's still nursing his injury. I want to see what those thumpers from
Them
those
young dudes,
linebackers.
yeah.
I
Me
want to
too.
see like okay. I want to see what they like because we got that dude from Auburn and
The dude from Houston,
somebody else.
KJ
the one
Britt,
with the wild hair from Houston.
He's
Grant
special
Stewart?
teams.
Logan
He
Hall.
don't get no no. You talking about Grant Stidham? He don't get no reps at like middle
Man,
linebacker.
but he do look tough, though.
He looked the part. I want to
He
see what
look
them
tough.
dudes is doing.
You talk about KJ Britt.
Yeah,
Nah.
KJ Britt. Cause did we re-sign what's his name? Number 51.
Mentor? No.
Yeah, Kevin
I
Minter.
don't know. So
See,
KJ Britt
yeah.
is the guy.
Man,
I think
Mentor
he's
played
back.
good, though.
Well,
man.
look, here's a guy
Well,
we talk
backup.
about. What we ain't talk about Keanu O'Neal.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah.
What
Facts.
about
I mean,
him?
they had interviews. They said that his impact
Bro,
is
he's
felt
gonna
when the pads
alternate.
when
He
the
could be a
pads are
hybrid
on.
linebacker and a hybrid safety. And a nickel.
Now remember,
Yeah.
now on the nickels and the dime down situations, he can play that cover linebacker, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Because he plays safety, so he can play that cover linebacker. So
I don't think we gonna run that type of scheme with Bowles like how he did in Arizona when he
Why
had
not? You know how creative he
Buchanan.
was last year?
Because we have two linebackers. We have two
He
middle
put
linebackers.
Vita Vea back at linebacker.
Levante and
That's
White
how
are not
creative he
coming off the
was.
field.
Oh, that's what I'm about to say. Like Keanu O'Neal, would that affect Devin White's play on specific downs? With
They not coming off the
Nah,
field.
he shouldn't,
Nope.
man. Nuh-uh, man. He was a top 5 pick. Devin White, man, he got to show up now, man.
They not coming off the field.
I like all that old, yeah, man, yeah. I love that about him, but nah, he got to make the next step now.
I mean, he been talking in his interviews.
He got to get into that. He got to get into that Kuechly realm, like intellectually at playing that position.
That's
Once
a
he do
problem.
that, he's straight.
That's a problem.
Because that boy, he damn near had 10 sacks. Almost had that record.
That dude, look, Devin White, talented player. He's a downhill linebacker.
So what about blitzing him off the edges sometimes?
Like I said, he's a downhill linebacker. Blitzing, stopping
That's
the run.
fine. When he blitz, like I'm a attack. I like Todd Bowles' attack style defense. I just think it'll be benefit because like sometimes like he'll blitz a lot, but it's not getting home, and that's because of like the pass rush. I'm not gonna ever tell a defensive coordinator like, hey, bro, you gotta stop blitzing. You gotta stop blitzing. Because if it's not working, it's because you're not hitting home, and that's where our pass rush comes into play. So if you could send 4 and then send Devin White as your 5th, that's still considered a blitz. I like that. That's why I asked, like, okay, is a key like what defensive tackles coming off the field? But
remember, they might
White.
They might do a 3-2-5. I mean, a 3-2-6, a 3-2-6 on third downs.
That Joe Tryon, man. That's what I'm excited.
If you do a 3-2-6. Like, okay, you got your 3, you got your 2, White and Vontae. They're not coming off the field. Shoot.
Logan Ryan.
Now you got 6 people in coverage.
Logan Ryan going to be on the field, obviously.
You think Logan Ryan or Logan Hall?
Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan's going to be on the field. He's in the secondary.
Yeah,
one of those six DBs will be Logan Ryan. Period. Carl
Logan
Davis,
Ryan, good.
Jamel Dean, Carl Davis, Logan Ryan, Antoine Whitfield Jr., Mike Edwards, Keanu O'Neal.
I don't know, bro. They gotta play it out in training camp. I don't think I don't think Keanu O'Neal is that great in coverage.
Boy, he a thumper though. He a hitter.
Like you replace that Jordan Whitehead, that Jordan
Jordan
Whitehead.
Whitehead, Jordan Whitehead was a
Yeah, he
thumper
can
too,
play
but
that role.
I'll take Jordan Whitehead in coverage before Keanu O'Neal.
Nah, I don't know,
That's
man.
like saying you that's like
Ooh.
man, I ain't saying a lot, man. I ain't saying a lot for real.
Whitehead was good, but Whitehead was every now and then. And I do mean every now and then.
And Logan Ryan is gonna be a lot of that in that slot safety role, like that slot, that extra safety slot guy, like you know what I'm saying? Because I watched some tape.
Because
I watched some
if Logan
tape.
Ryan, if you have Logan Ryan and 31 as your safeties, like
Remember
I'm comfortable with that.
Logan Ryan pretty much like an upgrade over
He can do
Cockrell. Remember Cockrell
he
was
can do it all.
Man, Cockrell suck, man.
like Logan Ryan's the upgrade over Cockrell.
Cockrell suck. We need to try to at least let Logan Ryan play that spot. Cockrell, he can go.
Right.
That's not gonna work because you remember, like we had injuries at cornerback, so we ain't had no choice but for Cockrell. But
Yeah, but man,
I think the back five gonna be Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, SMB, Logan Ryan, and Winfield. I think that's gonna be the five.
I think
They
Neal
will
might,
rotate.
I think Neal gonna take some of them snaps from Devin White on passing down.
And he'll definitely take the snaps for nickel over Cockrell.
So, man, what that tells you about Devin White?
Nah, because if you finna pay Devin White $100 million, he's not coming off the field.
Yeah, if that's the case, right?
They ain't paid him yet, folks. God,
they going
but
to.
I'm just saying that what they tell you about him though. And Cockrell, hey man, they can cut him now. I ain't tripping with him. But Devin White, bro, say man, what they tell you, man, that's a top 5 pick. First top 5 pick, man. I was expecting Derrick Brooks or somebody. You know what I mean?
No, you did not say Derrick Brooks.
I mean, top 5.
I said it, but I'm just saying top 5. And man, he was good for LSU. He was a killer in LSU. So that's what I'm saying, though.
I don't think he's bad. I mean, if I had to pick,
Dan O'Neal is going to take some of them snaps on passing down.
I think this will answer the question in regards to Neal's playing time, scheme wise, football wise. We have more depth now with Akeem Hicks on the line, because it's like, okay, we run a 3-4 hybrid. Shaq's not coming off the field and passing downs. Joe Tryon is supposed to be that dude.
He got to start. He got to start.
And then if you look when we had JPP, Joe Tryon, and Shaq, how they kind of alternated, we kind of transitioned to like a 4-man front. So it's like, okay, who's the 4? It's gonna be Shaq, Joe Tryon, maybe Vita and Logan Hall. That's rushing. That's 4. You got Vontae and White. That's 6. And then you have a nickel. You running that 4. You running that 4-2. You running that 4-2. You got 4 on the line, because even in passing situations, you had Sue on the line. You had Joe Tryon. You had JPP, and you had what's the other dude?
What?
Yeah, because I seen plays where they had JPP, Joe Tryon, and Shaq Barrett on the field at the same time. Because I seen Joe Tryon playing inside and then looping outside on the D end tackle twist. No,
I like Nelson.
I mean,
Nelson
he played because the JPP was hurt.
But Nelson
it's
is
like
a rotation guy too, though. Nelson a rotation.
I don't think they're gonna go into that 3-2, whatever.
6. That's
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Dime.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Well, dude, Vita Vea got to play most snaps, man. Fat Boy got to play most snaps.
No, he can't. We already seen the evidence that he cannot play.
So why did we pay
75%?
So why did we pay him? Man?
I think him and Akeem Nicks in the middle. I think that should help his game. If it don't work, then clearly he's not a pass rusher. He's not gonna hit that. He's not gonna hit that ceiling where it's like, yo,
he got paid for his age and for the position he plays and his youth. Yeah, I mean that's big. Yeah, there's not a lot of players that can replace him for what he does.
Yeah, but guy, he got the
third down. It don't matter. Third down, you put your best pass rushers on the field.
Yeah,
we done seen plays We seen the New York Giants have a package where it's 4 defensive ends on the line
That's
and
why we
have a
probably
pass
got
rush.
Akeem Hicks. That's probably the reason why we got him. We
But
try
that's
to,
why
we try to do that with Sue, but the combination wasn't that impressive according to the staff members and the coaches. So that's why we replaced Sue with a Hicks.
Remember, don't forget, folks. Y'all talking about D-line depth, and I want to jump back on Devin White, but at the D-line they also signed Dietrich Sanat too.
Yup, we got a lot of depth on that line.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's get back to the Devin White situation.
Oh, that is true. Yeah,
he not coming off the field. He's not great in pass coverage, but I've seen people that are worse. There's only a select few of linebackers that's really great in pass coverage.
Man, I'm a Devin White guy.
Well, what's the name? Dude, earlier, what was it? Neil? He mentioned Anthony Barr.
Yeah,
Anthony Barr is not. He's still a free agent, but he's not great in pass coverage. I'd say the top 5 linebackers that's good in pass coverage is dude from the 49ers, Warner, dude from the Colts.
Yeah, but we're talking about possibility to get players from free agent at this point.
I don't think
we're not going to get Warner.
Barr coming to Tampa. We don't got
no, Barr not coming here, man. I told y'all what we got left. We got $10 million. That's enough for the draft class, enough for Gronk to come back.
I'm pretty sure Barr still want to be on the field, and you just said Devin White ain't coming off.
But I'm gonna keep it real.
Barr he want to start.
Yeah,
I've been monetizing, not monetizing. I've been like keeping an eye on Gronk to see his actual size, his body size, and it looks like he's maintaining his weight. But I kind of feel like he got a little bit skinnier too, so that says a lot too.
That's just muscle
mass. Losing weight.
That's muscle mass.
Well, I mean, in comparison to his muscle mass from playing last year into what he is now, it looks like he lost a little bit of weight, which kind of tells me he might not be in the trend of wanting to come back.
Football shape, yeah,
exactly.
He'll be all right though.
That's huge though. If he doesn't come back,
he'll be all right. And remember now, he caught that pass in Vegas and broke his rib and messed up his lung. So it's like, yo. His career, he had a lot of injuries in his career, so
that is huge. That is huge if Gronk don't come back for one more year because Cameron Brate and Cade Otton as our tight end, that's a big blow. That's a big blow.
Unless Cade Otton really excels, then we got a safety net with Cade Otton.
We could have drafted that tight end.
Could have drafted that. It might work out.
Could have drafted Trey McBride.
They're probably looking at him like
could have drafted Trey McBride. Could have drafted Trey McBride over Luke Gadecki.
And he's an every down tight end.
But remember, every down tight end, Luke Gadecki, every down left tackle.
Yeah, I mean,
left guard. See, you don't even know where Gadecki gonna play at.
Sorry. Well, no, I only say that because he obviously played tackle. He did play tackle.
He played tackle. But he's gonna compete at guard.
And if he played from tackle,
and he still might replace Donovan Smith.
Icing on the cake.
That's an unknown. When you draft the old lineman, you won't be like, "Hey, this gonna be 10 years. We solid at this position."
If you play from a tackle to a guard, that's the icing on the cake. That's like I'm gonna give you a job and make it easier.
But all the success. Yeah, you're right. All the successful draft pick that plays tackle that coming at guard. Those are 10-year starters. But you said that at draft night. You say that when we drafted this old lineman, like, yo, we drafted him. We feel he's going to be a 10-year starter at this position. Like, this is going to be solid. Like, the Saints do that. The Cowboys do that. Like, there's a lot of teams that draft well at old linemen. We don't know.
Aubrey,
I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm not saying that he's going to be bad, but it's still
I'm gonna give him a chance, man. I'm gonna give him a chance because he do eat.
I hope he start.
He do eat glass.
He will.
He eat that glass. He eat that glass real good, though.
Man. Ask Brent what the heck he talking about, man.
I'm saying they say that he eat glass. A man that eat glass will kill everything on the offensive line. He'll kill everything.
Y'all gonna make me want to get a nice cold drink with this many laughs right here.
Well, this is good, pretty good, man. The best one I had in a long time. That's why I've kind of just listened. I'm listening now. I'm like, okay, I'm listening to y'all.
Hey, but it's enjoyable. It really is. This podcast right here, this little segment, going back and forth, joking around, is really good.
I love
it for the people.
I would tell you this though: can Keyshawn Vaughn hold off Rashad White?
Man,
No,
hell no.
you know that. You know that. You know you don't like Vaughn.
I'm just asking y'all. I'm not just asking the question.
Man, that dude, man, Keyshawn Vaughn need to be cut, man.
Because if there was a slight chance, I don't think they would have drafted a running back right after those 2 second-round picks that
in
we
the
had.
third round too. In the third
Right.
round.
Yeah,
Third.
that was a wasted pick. I see what you're saying, Isaiah. That dude there. I mean, but he had a few flashes though. He had a few, but
In garbage time.
Nah, I don't know.
but White should. I think White
He
should be the
never
number 2
capitalized on
running
his opportunities and like catching the ball and stuff like that.
I heard
Never
somebody say a
capitalized.
few flashing in garbage time. That's not true. He actually had one 50-yarder, 50-plus yard, but it was not garbage time. And I think
Wasn't that
it
against the
was,
Jets?
though, on a garbage team.
No, it was against the Panthers, I think. Was it against the Panthers, right? Was it against the
Oh,
Panthers?
then it's not a garbage team because they're top 3 defense.
Oh, they was trying to lose on. I mean,
At
that
the
was one of
time.
them accident. That one of them plays on accident. That one of roaches. That one of them roaches play.
But you know
Now,
what though?
we can say, was that a offensive lineman play or was that a Keyshawn Vaughn play?
Nah, he hit that hole.
Nah,
He hit that hole.
He hit it.
He does hit the hole. Like, I'm not taking that away from him, but it's like, yo, like,
All right, put some little respect on the second year, third year now.
Against the Panthers, man. I mean, the non-playoff team.
still got the.
I mean,
He got to. I mean, when you that spell back on third down, you still got to. You got to show up. Because I honestly think that what's the old dude that we have from Lauderdale from St.
Giovanni Bernard.
I think
Man,
Gio even had more carries than him, and Gio was like on IR the end of the year.
Brady tried to get that man
Brady got
killed.
him.
He tried to get that man killed, and I will never forget that. He tried to get that man killed.
Brady got tired of it, man. Brady said, "Here, man, catch this pass."
Tried to get that man killed in garbage time. It was against the Rams, I think. It was against the Rams.
That's when he got hurt, right?
Yeah, I was pissed off, man. I was heated. I was like, "What is that about?"
That is a signature Brady move, though, because he's always thinking and talking to a running back.
What is that about? Wait, you lose, you're not winning the game. What was that about?
But let me ask you this: what about the Garwin play?
I didn't like that either.
That was a bad hit. Like, if you play DB,
yeah, I played.
If you play DB, like I played DB.
Wait. I know you're finna go with this.
That was a bang bang.
I know you're finna go with this. You want to know why? You want to know why PJ Williams did that? You can't go for the head.
That's a dirty play.
Can't go for the head.
True.
I don't think it was a dirty play though.
But I think even playing DB when you got that shot, because his back was kind of turned because he came dragging across the middle.
Right, it was a drag route.
You want to take him out. Yeah, but it's like if you know, like Godwin.
Well, how low is too low?
Godwin, he breaks tackles.
Good when you
He's
win.
a great tackle breaker.
But how low is too low now?
How low is too low? That was the definition of how low is too low.
That was that timing. Because if you look at his knee, it was
toes, man. Let me tell you.
That was a legal hit, by the way.
That was dirty.
Yeah, man.
He should have taken his head off.
Dirty. Yes, dirty, but it was legal.
He should have taken his head off though.
Way too low, man.
I think that was a retaliation. That was a retaliation of the Devin White, Jameis Winston.
Not just too low, but didn't he hit him on the side too? Like on the
but
side,
why y'all call
it was not like straightforward.
Yeah, it was MCL,
I'm just saying.
and ACL.
I'm just saying. Why do y'all call it dirty? It's football.
It was illegal. No, I said it was illegal. It was a legal hit. It was a legal.
See, Isaiah, you was a receiver though.
I know what it was.
So that means that's what you looking at. But I played DB.
No, I played DB too. No, I played. I know.
You're gonna be biased about this one.
No, I know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like it's when you playing a game like that, it comes with the territory coming across the middle. You get punished for going across the middle and loading them low hit. Gronkowski took a lot of hits like that too.
He sure did.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the punishment. So when I seen the hit, I was like, I get it. And I think a part of that was.
But I still see defensive backs hit.
And I'm gonna back up Isaiah on this one too, because Tom Brady had a conference with Mike Evans, Tom Brady, Levante David, and Gronk, I think, was in there. And he admitted it's up to the quarterback a job to put the receivers in the right position to not be injured.
You as a quarterback, you gotta be able to see that. As a receiver, the quarterback receiver communication. If I got my receiver dragging across the field and I got a safety sitting over there, I'm not going to throw the ball where I gotta have my guy keep running. You gotta have to you gotta think about that. I'm gonna throw the ball like low and away, or you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta throw that ball in position. Like he threw it and it was in running position. Like he was running across
his head wasn't turned though. That's why it's like, yo, it was kind of bang bang. The DB could have took his head off. The DB could have went high,
right?
But then that would have been the flag. Remember, that would have been the flag though.
Right. Now he could have put his. He could have put his helmet.
He could have put his shoulder.
Put your helmet. He could have put his helmet, his face in front of Chris Godwin's pads and hit him.
Yeah, he had time to do that.
I think I'm too old, man.
He could have hit him high.
I'm too old.
He basically could have broke his ribs. Basically.
What? Okay. So what would Running Light would have done? Running Light back in the day.
He would have killed him.
He'd have killed him.
Yeah, Ray Lewis would have took him out. Ed Reed
but I
took
know,
him
but
out.
that's what I'm saying. It's a new football now. So like I said,
it was bang,
I just try to tell people, man, let's not make everything a dirty hit. Because defenses, man, they out there playing.
If he would have hit him high, it could have been a situation where he could.
We can make a claim on dirty hits.
No, we all play football. We know what dirty hits look like. We've seen it.
Exactly.
Now. Come on,
saying
it's part of the game. It's a part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And
there was a time and place with linebackers, safeties, and everyone where you would kill quarterback's head.
Yeah.
And I missed them.
Below the knee tackles. That's actually an illegal play, which is contradicting.
Which explains why PJ Williams went low, because now the NFL is all about safety of head trauma. They all about that now. So
but there's a respect level though, because even receivers,
the Saints don't like.
No, not teams, but like as a man to man, like, hey, bro, like next time, like, hey, if you hit me up high and I get a concussion, that's cool, bro. But don't take my livelihood out. I mean, players say that all the time. Like, yo, I'd rather you hit me up high than.
Look at that situation. If he would have went high, that would have been a personal foul. First out on the Bucs. Momentum.
Probably ejected.
And the momentum would have went to the Bucs. Now the Bucs, all they needed was a field goal. You know what I'm saying? So that would have changed the game. The momentum would have been on the Bucs side. So PJ had to make a split decision. He had a tenth of a second reaction, like, I gotta just go low. Legal hit. It's in the rule book. So I'm gonna go low.
He probably went low because he knew, like, yo, if I hit this man up high, Godwin gonna break this tackle, spin off, and probably go to the races.
Godwin's not a small dude, man.
I understand the move. On wanting to go low, but how low is too low? And then you can make the case of how contradicting that is, because when you hit a quarterback that low, flag.
I'm gonna get with y'all, boys.
Yeah, but that's like in the pocket though. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like that's in the all right, man.
Peace out,
all right, bro.
That's in the pocket though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, that's the thing though. Receivers
got a different set of rules out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. True. But like, let's say like the quarterback thing though. I think they protect him too much with that, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I like Brady, I do, but this is why I can't give him GOAT status. Now, granted, he's an all-time great. I give him that. But the greatest of all time, I can't do it because, bro, you didn't switch the rules. You know what I'm saying? You didn't change up everything to where he ain't got to worry about nobody hitting him low.
No, we talking about Brady. We talking about Brady when he played at a time where hits to the head was legal. Mm-hmm. And he played the nitty gritty in the past, and then what it is now.
But that's what I'm saying.
We can't say he ain't great. You know what I'm saying? Because he played both worlds.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when they took out where you can't hit the quarterback low, you can't touch his helmet, you can't do this. It's just too many rules for me. That's why when I think about the John Elways, the Dan Marinos, the Warren Moons, and them guys that they played.
And Tom Brady.
Huh?
And Tom Brady.
But Brady ain't playing that because by the time Brady came along, and man, you got to remember about Brady too.
His first heads out with Brady. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, they was taking heads out.
No, but look though, his first 3 or 4 years, it was about running the ball. Brady was like a game manager. He was the ultimate game manager dude. And they had that. But see what I'm not now. See, like I say, I ain't taking from Brady because Brady's a Hall of Famer. I give him all the credit. I
But
do.
not the greatest?
Nah, man, he ain't the greatest.
Oh,
Because let me tell you why you wish. Let me tell you.
Because
Put
Kyle
John
Trask,
Elway.
that's why.
Put John Elway in today's football. And Marino, no, you can't hit me low. Marino, no. Elway, no. Jim Kelly, them boys, no. You cannot hit my knees. I heard Sapp say, hold up. I heard Warren Sapp say it's a bunch of sacks that's being left out there on the field. Because now you get a DN once he rushed the quarterback. If he fall, the quarterback legs is right there. But he got to get up and try to get up, which that's going to buy him time to throw the ball. And I'm just speaking on all the quarterbacks. It buys them.
I'm saying, man, there is a reason why Tom Brady started, and that's because there was a big hit, a huge hit on that quarterback. What's his name?
Drew
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe.
Thank you. And so, again, Tom Brady came on an era and a time where a lot of those hits were very much legal. Bounding hitting was very much not legal, but obviously was there. There were so many things that the defense was doing, man. So the ethics played a role in this, man, and it's a real thing, right?
Right, but 2000.
Now you can say Brady's not the toughest, make that argument, sure, but no, Tom Brady is the greatest of all time, homie.
I can't give him the greatest.
And when he started,
because that's the argument about the
he's
LeBron
got Michael
Jordan.
Three different profiles and 3 different Hall of Fames.
Right.
Rookie phase, prime phase, and then the end. 3
okay,
different
but let me ask you this, Isaiah. Brady early years was Tom Brady a Hall of Famer?
Yes. You know these numbers?
Yeah, but that's after all of the rules and the Will Smith movie. I hate that movie to this day.
That's before all those rules came
into play. Think about this.
And wait a minute. 2 Super Bowls.
That first playoff run, he threw only 1 touchdown the whole playoff run. He threw one.
He started late season, didn't he? Or no, I think I know what you're talking about. You
go to the second year, he ain't make, they didn't make the playoff. Then the third year, that was more of a defense, running game. And Brady, you know what I'm saying, man, he did his job. And that's why I give New England all the credit, because they know how to develop a quarterback. They don't just tell the quarterback
he's just part of the team, man.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, but see, man, that's what I'm saying though. All I'm saying is this here. I can't ignore what Marino and them did in them days. I just
look. So from 01 to 06, it was like, he was just game manager 5 years straight. That's what it was. It wasn't Hall of Fame stats. It wasn't really a Hall of Fame career.
You don't think it was Hall of Fame stats?
No, I'm looking at it right now, man. No, I'm literally.
And that's the era everybody miss about Tom Brady.
From 2001 to 2006, it was basically.
But let's not forget, the philosophies at that time was less passing, as opposed to the philosophies now.
Now he had to shoot with all us.
Then he had the 07 to 2015 run. Now that was crazy.
Yeah, he just started killing.
That dude was like 8 years
straight.
That's
when he actually got receivers.
8 years straight of just
but you got to remember the rules, and then of course, the Will Smith movie. And I hate that movie to this day. But then you get to where now you got to let the receiver. He have to catch the ball now before you can make. So a lot of that, all the rules change. Now, as far as in this era, yes, I give him the credit. He's the best in this era. But man, I can't take away from Go look up Elway in there, and go look up Marino and
all those guys are great, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
All those guys are great. It's not just one quarterback. It's not just Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all those quarterbacks great. Like, let's not act like those other guys didn't exist. Like, that's not. I don't think that's not the point. I'm just saying, like, when we ranking people, we have to kind of look at it like how we rank everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real life and sports. Like, it's like, okay, he's number 1. Okay, cool. He's accomplished this. I get it. So, but if we're talking about quarterbacks, I mean, there's tiers.
Yeah,
like, there's tiers.
Definitely number 1.
Yeah, there's tiers. If you want to do tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, there. Like, there's you can put a lot of guys up there: Kelly, Montana, Elway, Marino, Brady. There's tiers. You know what I'm saying? Mount Rushmore guys.
Yeah.
And then that's what you gotta look at it too. Like, but if you start like from an individual standpoint, yeah, you gotta rank them some way. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put Brady as the greatest of all, greatest of all time. Now, if you want to talk about eras, you can go back to Sid Luckman. In that era, he was the guy. You know what I'm
Johnny
saying? Like,
Unitas.
so there's different eras. Like that was the
greatest of all
guy.
time.
That was the guy in the era that if you go talk to people in that era, if they were still alive, they would tell you, Sid Luckman was the guy, or Johnny Unitas was the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I remember
now when Bart Starr, now we alive, we like, well, there's the guy. Like, so it's different.
But I remember when Peyton Manning, he was the greatest of all time.
Right.
I remember
when he was supposed to have been the fifth quarterback. Did you say Peyton Manning? He lines up with Tom Brady.
Huh?
He lines up with Tom Brady. Same era.
Well, you gotta factor in too. Like Brady did have a lot of top 10 defenses too, top 5 defenses.
Top 5 defense.
Yeah, but
tell me. No, I'm saying, no.
I'm
just saying that just factor it in. They just can't say, just because he's the only No. You know what I'm saying?
That's dude, that'd be my.
Well, there is a lot of variables that come into play when it comes to that.
Just make sure when we making arguments about players, factor in everything. Don't just try to single out him by himself, because the team,
or even then separate the variables. I mean, you can make an argument on that
because football and that media has driven people like this. Not saying that we like that, but you're saying like they've programmed people to think that football is wins or individual stat, like Super Bowl or individual stats. So I don't get caught up into that. You know what I'm saying? I look at the totality of things. You know what I'm saying? I look at all things, like the reason why they won, because it was a team effort. But the media has programmed a lot of us fans to think that wins and losses and Super Bowls are individual. It's not tennis. You know what I'm saying? This is not tennis, man. Like,
that's why I love your show, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I'm gonna be real. You about the only one that, as far as I can agree with on probably 90% of the stuff that you say. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's why, because I can't stand that whole quarterback thing, because I mean, for some quarterbacks, and then man, you can see it. And sometimes I sit back and I just laugh.
But the reason why is because it's a low-hanging fruit. It's an easy argument to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you challenge people that do that, they tend to deflect, and they get, they become, dancing around the actual question or the statement that you're making. Like, well, if you ask them one simple question, is football an individual sport? And if they say no, they'd be like, well, then why is the Super Bowls geared toward the quarterback position?
One dude, you're right. Because
they'd be like,
Tom Brady himself knows that it's not individual.
Because if that's the case, then Trent Dilfer is better than Warren Moon.
And we know that ain't true.
See what I'm saying? It's easy to break down guys like that. That's why that's why they don't come on here. I break them down all day. You know what I'm saying?
Let me show you this, Isaiah.
Yeah, or Joe Flacco is better than Warren Moon.
Yeah, because you can't come on platforms like this. And there's other platforms that's like solid and all around, but platforms like this, it's hard for those guys to just come on here and just push that narrative. It's hard.
But see, hey man, let me tell you something. I learned years ago, to where, because I grew up watching Warren Moon my whole life. That was my team. And I watched the All. Warren Moon, 500-yard passing, about 4 or 5 touchdowns, and the All still lose because they never had a consistent defense.
I know. Harold Jeffries, Ernest Givens, I know.
Yeah, that's why, bro, I'm going to tell you.
Run and shoot. It was run and shoot.
Run and shoot.
It was the Air Coryell versus run and shoot.
Yeah, Curtis Duncan. I remember all of them.
I got
Lorenzo White, all of them. But see, that's what I'm saying. So that's why, me personally, I always say this: show me your defense. Show me your defense, and I can tell you if you can win. If you have a chance of winning the championship.
And I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it.
One of them.
I'm gonna close it with this. Like when I'll close this segment down. That's like the Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith argument.
Yeah. Boy,
Emmitt Smith is better. He's better than Barry Sanders. I'm like,
nah, man. Barry was the greatest running back ever to me, bro.
Wait a minute.
Who better than Barry?
See, now this is another argument here. See what I'm saying? Like,
I know you're gonna say Jim Brown.
You got Brown.
You go to OJ.
Walter Payton, OJ. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to really, because you like there's
Adrian
Look,
Peterson.
I'm 42.
Oh, he
So
ain't better than
so you
bad.
got guys in their 60s and 70s, right? Men in their 60s and 70s right now. It'll be like, nah, fam, that's Jim Brown, OJ. I mean,
But the only knock I got on them though is one thing about it because
Gale Sayers. You go back further, Gale Sayers.
but that's where our country was at the time where blacks couldn't play, for some of these teams just based on that.
Oh, that's a whole other conversation.
But like, man, yeah. So man, when I look at Barry Sanders, bro, to this day, I have never seen a running back run that way. Now,
you got to go watch Gale Sayers.
No, Gale Sayers, but man, he was more of a punt returner. But I'm talking about the way. Oh yeah, man, he was more of a punt returner, and I mean, he did it all. Don't get me wrong, but guess how fast he was? He was 4.5 in the 40 in them days. But think about this, Barry Sanders. Now we know what he did to our Bucs, our Bears. I mean, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just the moves that dude made, and just the way that he ran the football. Dude, we ain't seen because you go O.J. Simpson.
But that's the whole argument with the Brady and Warren Moon and Elway. Like it's just different time frames. Like what are you specifically looking at? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why they have the Hall of Fame. So it's nobody's not singled out like by themselves. It's like, oh, you made it to Hall of Fame. It's a collective group of all-time greats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's a collective group.
But see, that's my point. Brady is an all-time great. I give him the credit. I give that brother credit all the time. Now,
that's the reason why the Hall of Fame exists, because these type of situations, these conversations will get convoluted all over the place. If we didn't have to think about it, if we didn't have the Hall of Fame, what would we be doing right? We'd be arguing every time about a player like, oh no, he's not. Like the Hall of Fame is the creme de la creme. That's what an individual really stands out at. If you make it to the Hall of Fame, you are the creme de la creme. No matter what position, you are the creme de la creme if you make it to the Hall of Fame.
See, you like me though, but now hold up now. And I think some people they shouldn't be in there because I think Eli Manning, he gonna sneak in there, which I don't think that man he's all of fame. But that's just my own
let's
opinion.
not get into that kind of
segment.
No.
But like I say,
we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
But like I say, me personally, I always look at the team I always look at for play. Now, you know what I'm saying? I give them props. But I always, man, even with the Bucs, and a lot of Bucs fans think that I'm the biggest Brady hater of all time. Mm-hmm. But the only thing I just try to get them to see is, bro, we win as a team. Not just.
I said that when the year we won the Super Bowl, I was like, that was a team effort.
Right.
We've already highlighted that.
We already. I made that clear on this channel.
But like,
you just made it clear by saying it's a team accolade. It's not an individual accolade.
That's
nobody. Yeah, nobody's came on this channel and say it's because it's Brady. Like nobody.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like when I go on them other blogs and all them, you know what I'm saying?
Send them over here. Send them over here.
Shoot, they don't. Hey, Actually, I was on the Irish Kaufman little thing, the Joe Buck fan thing. I didn't put your name out there. I said that's why I listen to Bucko's Locker because man, I like the team, man. I like to celebrate the whole team.
I'm not going over there. They got to come over here if they want to talk like that.
But see, man, they don't like
the Pirates and Sea Bandits are just we'll jump on their ship and we'll raid it.
We'll close that out real quick.
Yeah, we'll shut that down real quick over here, baby.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why
they got treasure over there. We'll take their treasure. We'll take their booty.
But that's why
that's pirate talk, folks. That's pirate talk. If y'all don't know what that means, but
this this is why, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love to see your little thing pop up, Bucko's Locker. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, just because of that. Because, man, I like to celebrate the whole team, man.
And the thing about it is, when I look at the Bucs team, I talk about the good, bad, and the ugly. I don't try to just create this specific thing that I talk about. I always try to talk about everything. Like that's why I have these moments like when you do good, you do good. I'm not going to belittle that, like, oh yeah, whatever. It's focused on the bad because selling drama it brings numbers. When you talk about drama and all that, but when you only focus on a particular piece, you become biased. So that's why I try to cover everything: special teams, defense, offense, GM, owner, so everybody can have a topic to discuss versus like you always talking about Mike Evans and you always talking about Tom Brady. You always no, you can't stick me with nothing. There's nobody out there on the Bucs platforms can stick me with something. You just can't. Because I don't people that come in this locker room since I've been doing this, we talk about everything.
Right.
We talk about everything about the team. Salary cap, free agents. You know what I'm saying? We don't try to like push a narrative.
Grades,
all that stuff. Whether you dislike it or not, it's an open discussion. It's an open forum.
That's what I'm saying. But that's bro. That's why I come to your channel
I've been doing it for 6 years, man. 6 years.
That's why I come though. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, I get sick of that.
And he been here since the beginning. And he could attest to that.
I've been here for a long time too, but
this OG right here.
But see, I didn't know how to. But see, for a long time, I didn't know nothing about how to even do this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to do this. I didn't even know how to do none of this stuff. You know what I mean? You know, even much type of man for a long time. I'm gonna be honest. 2010, I just actually had learned how to even text. In 2010.
Oh man.
So that's what I'm saying. So I was never. So that's what I'm saying. But see, here's the thing.
You telling me you old school? That's what you're saying right now.
Man, I'm only 43, but like I say, I just never dealt with the computer stuff. But like I say though, but bro, I used to be listening to you all the time though, the time, bro, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
I get a lot of love. I mean,
respects,
and I appreciate the people that that's been with me from day one, and people that's been joining as the years been growing. And I don't too much worry about the platform becoming like 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers. I'm not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ride or die, if you ride with the Bucs and you like the channel, you like the content, ride with it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, if you stop by, and people stop by and don't even subscribe, they'll stop by and they'll check out the video for 3 to 5 minutes. But that's cool. Like I don't. It comes with the territory. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not searching for a bunch of people. Like I'm searching for like the real people that's gonna follow and understand what we're doing over here. We don't push a narrative over here, man. I don't look for shock value. I don't do shock value stuff. You know.
And that's what I love, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I love about your channel, though. That's why, man, I'm always here, though. You know what I mean?
Loyal family. I got loyal Powers and C-Bandits, man. Like I got a lot of people that I've got to know them. You know, I met a couple in person, but I've got to know them, through this. Like,
we'll have to cook up too, Buckles.
Yeah, I met a lot of great people doing this. It's not just about me; it's about y'all too. And now
it's the community.
Right, doing this right here is allowing people that I might not never even meet in person to meet. Actually, I kind of meet them. You know what I'm saying? Like and talk. Like, and I've developed some good relationships, and they've been seeing me for the last 6 years, and I built that continuity. So I've been spotted out at the Bucs game. They're like, "Oh, you Buckles Locker," and that kind of feel good to be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I've been watching your channels for years, man. For years and whatever, and that's a blessing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Garvey. I'm sorry, Isaiah. I want to respond to Garvey. Garvey, Boston.
If Boston win, the series over. If Golden State
just this game.
Oh, just this game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. He said tonight. I got Boston.
I got
Boston, Garvey.
I got Boston.
But look at it, brother, man. I'm finna roll out, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. I want you to keep dropping them, man. I really do, man. I really do, because like I say, when I be in that darn truck, when I be working, I like to listen to all of it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to keep dropping, man. And then, man, I know that, man, it's finna get dead. You know what I'm saying? I already know that's coming. But I want you to keep dropping them, man.
Well, training camp. So training camp is 6.5 weeks from now. So it's
gonna be a little slow though.
Yeah, it's gonna be slow on here. So that's just cool.
Pick you a hobby, man.
Yeah,
woodwork or something.
Yeah,
I'm finna go train. I'm finna go train France over here, man. Kyle Trash. I'm finna go train him.
But I'm gonna try to make sure I do a video every Friday. I'm gonna try to make sure I do a video it's the check-in, you know what I'm saying, every Friday for these next 6 weeks. Because there's gonna be, it's not gonna be a lot of transactions on our end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's gonna be dry. A lot of guys are in their playbooks. They're trying to catch up. Guys that might want to get in shape. We're not gonna hear a lot at all for Bucs news at all. So on this channel, I'm still gonna try to do a video a week to be like, "What's up, y'all?" You know what I'm saying? So it'll be slow.
Yeah, man, keep that going, bro. Keep that going, right. I love your show, I really
appreciate it, man.
I love
it. Yeah, for real, Brent.
We gonna close it out.
You wish.
Peace out.
All right.
So we talked about a lot of things as usual on our Friday. And the main topic, the main discussion was mostly about the mini camp and the future as far as what to look for, what to expect with certain players, and scheme about the rookies, and Tom Brady, the receiving coach. So we covered a lot about the mini camp, what's going on, and just Bucs talking in general. But you got any closing remarks on what was talked about, the other Sea Bandits and stuff?
No, honestly, just everyone have fun. Very slow season, off season, I should say. Stay tuned, and y'all stay safe, and go Bucs.
Appreciate it, man. So I'm gonna close it out as these next month and a half. This next month and a half, just everybody stay cool, stay alert, keep your notifications on. Make sure your notifications is clicked. I'll make videos here and there, mostly on Fridays. So I appreciate everybody joining the locker room, everybody that came in today. Keep supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Whether we agree to disagree on things, as long as we stay a family, as long as we on the same page and we on the same ship, that was really about as a community. And that's what I try to push on this channel with this type of setup now. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully y'all have a good weekend. Everybody stay safe. I'll see y'all next Friday. Fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. No hashtags today. Y'all have a great weekend. Deuces.